catch up. Alexa, what's up? You guys are just cracking on me, man. Y'all don't cut me no slack. I'm trying to keep up with all these comments. This is the name of that song was Rock Me Gently, I think. But I can't remember. I played it earlier because I heard it. And anyway. So what's happening? My gun peeps. Oh, shit. There's so much news. I have so many tabs open from cops being crazy. I just watched this one from Lackluster on these 3 cops, and they're stealing stuff and sticking in their pockets, and the chief and the constables all in Texas. And then I think San Antonio just shot and killed another dude. I just did a video on that one. And then I have like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18 tabs open on ones that I need to do. And then, of course, I have my, I've got to share my little screen here. Where's my share? Oh, present. They changed it. All right. So I'll share the screen and get to my new stuff. Where's Rick's hat? I didn't wear a hat tonight. I'm going for my sexy Kojak. I forgot my little sucker. Here, I'll just... we need more quota hires. Oh, my God. I don't think there's going to be a red wave, Bob. I hope you're right, but I don't think you are. I don't believe anything that comes out of our media. We're going to win. Man, if they stole it once, they're going to steal it again. What a cute little kid. She is cute. That's a great picture. And that picture leads me to my first freaking little news clip here. Biden is sniffing some little girl's hair again on the 14th. Look at him. He's creeping behind this little girl. She's like, oh, my God. Look at her. She's shocked. Oh, God. Look, she's leaning away from him like, oh, my God, get this crazy man away. He's the president. He thinks he can freaking attack kids. Are you serious? Maybe she's just happy because he's behind her. I don't know what the Secret Service, this guy, he must have not, oh, this guy didn't want him videotaping. Because this guy's videotaping, and I think Secret Service told him to turn it off. See? Ah, the old little Secret Service got a little nervous here. No, put away the camera. We don't want our president looking like a damn fool. Are you kidding me? He's still creeping. That dude's freaking weird. Most popular president. He's running this country. And the one behind him is even weirder. She's a crackpot. And the one behind her, Pelosi's the weirdest of them all. Which leads me to another thing about her. She threatened to punch out the president. Where's her little article where she was going to punch out the president? There it is. Here's her little thing. I'm going to punch out the president. I hope he comes in. Yeah, sure. Did it play?
They don't have here. So at the moment he is not coming, but that could check. Oh, he comes, I'm going to punch him out. I would pay to see that. I'm waiting.
I hope he comes in, I'm going to punch him out. That sounds like a threat to the president. I mean, anybody, if one of us said that, we'd probably be investigated. This freaking witch who can't get out of the freaking White House or the Congress because people keep reelecting her, she can run around and say she's going to punch out the president if he comes in. I wish Trump would have showed up and said, I'm here, knock yourself out. Yeah, our term limits are crazy. All right, I missed some comments because they're still flying by. I tried to put it like on 10 or 15 second delay. But, you know, that's a shame when parents of America has to keep their kids away from the president of the United States because he's going to sniff them. Are you kidding me? It's just freaking crazy. But you know what? He's a great guy and, you know, investigated Trump for 40 years because of a bad text. They've been trying to get Trump's kids in Trump for 4 years. Investigation, lies, false dossier. I mean, just everything. They got nothing on him. This guy's son is crooked, dope, making porn, stealing, got his laptop, FBI's covering, cut deals with China on a board. I mean, just corruption to the 10th degree. No investigation. Nothing to see here. That's all right. People wake up sooner or later. All right, let me get through some of my news here. What I want so this was a big deal. Everybody's like sending me this thing. Hey, did you see that Biden's releasing people out of prison? I was like, I don't believe there's that many people getting out. How many people have been released after Biden's pardon for first-term marijuana? Zero. He's going to get up there and make this big deal. I'm a great guy. I'm going to get rid of marijuana things. 0 people released. I'm pardoning everybody. That's like me getting up there. I'm going to pardon everybody for anybody in prison for a parking ticket. I'm going to pardon them. I'm a good guy. Really? There ain't nobody in prison for a parking ticket, you idiot. But I digress. What's next? This shooting is really interesting. So hopefully I can get some input here. So I'm going to try to stay. Term limits. What does that say? Term limits work? I think term limits do work. 0 is the drink word. Hey, Pew Pew. I did. I don't know if you watched the one live where I showed your, I forgot to put my little, I want everybody to see, come and take it. So I got to spin my little drink around so it shows up when I'm drinking. Make sure that FBI has me on their watch list. Let's see. Is our safe word, the drink word 0, is our safe word still walnut? I never got a parking ticket. So, man, I got a lot of parking tickets. I don't know if I ever told you that crazy cop story where we had a beef going on with Woodland Police Department and the DA's office because the county seat was Woodland. And so their little parking enforcement Nazis would come around and write us. And when we're in an undercover car, we have a little placard that we put on our dash, says official police vehicle. And we slide on the dash. Well, they were like, we're going to give you a ticket anyway. So we were like, well, fuck you. We ain't paying a ticket. We'll just crumble them up. I mean, I had tickets stacked in my glove box. Some guys had all over their car just stacked because none of us paid it. We're like, fuck Woodland. We ain't paying that shit. The DA's the one that prosecutes. We work for the DA's office. So we thought we were all cool. And all of a sudden, when the budget crunches hit or something, or there was other county employees doing this shit, the DA got some heat that he was going to get political heat because the chief over there was saying, if your guys don't pay, we're releasing it to the media or some shit. So the DA came down and said, everybody that doesn't have all their tickets taken care of by this date will, I forgot what his threat was, not working here or some shit. It was something to where most people took him seriously. But don't tell anybody. If you change your plates often, when we drive undercover cars, our plates come back not on file. So when you get a ticket that's not on file, they don't know who to send it to. So it doesn't go to anybody. It's just written. So they said they were writing a lot of us, but they couldn't prove it. I don't remember if I even paid. I might have paid $100 or $150 for some back tickets because a couple was tracked. But some people were paying like $600 for past parking tickets. But anyway, little wars between things. Let's see. Hey, was that you that sent me the shirt? This is a great shirt. I was like, I love this shirt. I'm waiting for somebody to come up and go, that shirt's rude. I'll be like, remember what it said about my cup being freaking empty? Get out of my face. Freaking crazy people. I'm not, I'm doing a little, what is that? I think that might just be iced tea. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm just drinking iced tea tonight. Here, smell it. All right. I watched a great accident last night. I'm driving back from the gym. It's like 9 o'clock at night. We had our tournament from 6 to 7, but we ended up hanging around playing doubles and shit till freaking 8:30. I was so sore in my back I could barely move. But I think riding Buddy, if y'all don't watch my horse channel, I rode Buddy and he bucked. And I got a big old bruise over here. I don't know if I can show you guys or not. You guys will be like, whatever. I got a bruise right here. So it goes down my leg a little bit because when he threw me forward, I went left and the horn hit me right there. But this isn't my bad leg. This is my bad leg. So I've been doing stretching. And after Saturday night, play 7 games, I could barely walk the next morning. I started stretching out. And it seems like the stretching is helping. And I just started taking glycosamine today. So we'll see if those, and I'm rubbing my miracle juice on it. I can't give you my miracle juice. Let's see. So what was I on? Oh, the car wreck. So I'm driving back and I see this, and you know, I'm going my normal speed, 80, 85, maybe 90, whatever. So we're cruising out in Texas and I see this 18-wheeler because I'm always looking ahead because I'm going fast and I'm planning in case something happens. So I see this 18-wheeler kind of go from, he was changing lanes to the left, he went back to the right and then went back to the left, and I saw his rear truck started jumping. And I saw, you know, this happened very quick, and I'm just glancing, I'm like, shit, he's dodging something, there must be something wrong. So I immediately slow down and start pulling to the right because I know I'm about to get up here, and this is maybe, I'm going to say 5-6 car lengths in front of me. Then all of a sudden, I see this car, headlights, woo, 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 come spinning around the left side of the trailer. The trailer immediately pulls to the right and pulls over and stops. And this car is still spinning, and it ends up facing the wrong way on the highway. And all the other cars were stopping. I'm like, fuck, I'm not getting stuck behind this shit. I immediately pulled off the service road, kind of went off the median a little bit, went around the 18-wheeler and scooted past them and shit because I knew all the looky-loos or the cops, they'd be blocking everything. I'd be there all freaking night. So I got out of there before anything. I'm sure somebody was like, that guy's running. He must be involved. I was like, I didn't want to be a witness or get stuck behind you idiots who are out there spinning out on the highway. But anyway, I wish I have my little camera, but I didn't download it. So Rick's flashing us. I'm not flashing. I showed you a bruise. Did you see the bruise? Did anybody see the bruise? Am I going to have to cut that out? Did something else show up? All right. So shit, there was another topic after the spin out that I just thought of, and then somebody caught me flashing and threw me off thing. Shit. What? Oh! Who the hell sent me these death nuts? Dude, this shit is crazy. You can go online and do the death nut challenge, watch these people eat it, but I'm telling you, it gives 5 little packets in here, and it's like medium, light, low, extra hot. I mean, let's see. The different nuts is mild, medium, getting there. Oh, hell yeah, it's hot. And then regrettably hot. I tried the mild nut. You open this up, and you have these little bitty packets of these freaking little peanuts here that are pretty small, not a big deal. I just thought, you know, it's a little nut. I'll just have, dude, I was on the phone talking to somebody. I ate 1 freaking peanut of the mild, and I spit it out like after 2 seconds. My lips swelled up and turned red. My nose was running, and I was like, what the? That was a mild. They got some shit on here called medium and freaking getting hot and oh, hell no, and regrettably hot. Dude, this shit, I'm going to drop these off at the little one I drive by, like Home Depot, where all the Mexicans are standing out waiting for you to pick them up to come do work. I'm going to throw these out here and go, hey, who wants some hot nuts? And I've given away some nuts before that hot when they come out here and do some work. I go, dude, these are too hot for me. I don't need them. You want them? And they're like sucking them down. This shit is buck wild hot. If you want, I think this package costs like $14 or $50 if you look it up, the Death Nut Challenge. Whoever sent me this, you tried to freaking kill me. I'm going to get your ass. Go ahead and identify yourself. That shit is crazy hot. All right. They put the wrong nuts in the wrong pack. No, bullshit. That freaking mild was, I'm serious. My lips were red and swollen and my nose, and I eat a lot. I eat crushed red pepper, habanero. I eat a lot of hot food. I have a pretty good tolerance. That half a nut that I spit out after I had it in my mouth freaking jacked me up. And then, of course, I forgot to wipe my hand. I rubbed my eye, so my whole face was burning. All right. It wasn't me. I'm blocked. Whoever sent me shit, tell me who sent me that shit. Your ass is on my shit list. I'm sure they did it just as a joke. I read it. It's my fault. I took it. I'm not mad at them. I'm only kidding. Oh, I spun out on the interstate while eating a sub. Luckily, I only got turned around. When I had my Dodge, I spun out, but it was a little bit of road rage. Some dude drove by and kind of cut me off, and I went, dude, what the fuck? So I passed him, and he sped up. I hate that when somebody, when you're trying, they get in front of you, they go slow. Then you try to pass them, they speed up. So I floored my little Hemi and tried to cut in, and he kind of went off the road and came forward, and I almost clipped him, and I jerked, and I overcorrected. And I went, bip, bip, bip. 3 turns into the wrong. It didn't hit anything, didn't hit anybody, just kind of pulled out and drove off and went, shit, that was stupid. All right. Where are we at here? Let's get to my, so this Israeli shooting here is kind of interesting. As soon as this happened, it immediately came out white shooter. So we always know, anybody paying attention, you know, if they don't say the race, he's not white. If he is white, they will always say white. So this 15-year-old kid shot his brother, an off-duty policeman, which who freaking cares if he's off-duty? Every other adult had a job. We didn't say he shot an off-duty plumber. He shot an off-duty freaking Home Depot worker. No, no, no. The only people that get is a brother and the off-duty cop, like some sort of hero. You know, it's probably his own dumbass fault for not carrying his gun, not paying attention, and he got shot by a 15-year-old. What a dumbass. Rick, you weren't there. You don't know he was a good guy. I don't know. Whatever. If I'm off-duty, I doubt you're going to be able to shoot me. Me and my buddy went to lunch today and shit, and I got like 3 feet from the car and went, shit, I left my gun in the car. Hang on. And I had to stick it in my pocket. But he had his gun on him. But still, I like to have my own gun. I don't want to be like, dude, give me your gun. He'd be like, no, fuck you. You didn't bring your gun? Because that's what I would do. So in this article, another thing that's very suspiciously missing is what type of gun he used. If you notice, you read every article, they're calling for assault ban and gun violence and gun control, but they're not releasing what gun he used. They're also not releasing why he's in the hospital in critical condition. They didn't say whether he shot himself, whether the cops beat him, whether someone else beat him. They're not saying. They're just saying he's in critical condition in a hospital. Anytime our freaking government and media, and the government and media is pretty much the same nowadays, start leaving out shit, it don't pass the smell test. As the blind man would say, hello, ladies. Where are we at here? So let's see. They're charging him as an adult also right away, which seems kind of odd because a 15-year-old, I think you have to be at least, in California, I think you have to be over 10 to be charged with a crime. If you're under 10, the law says you cannot be held responsible because you're still considered a child. So whatever that age is, if you can get your 8-year-old to go out and kill somebody, he's pretty much golden because he can't commit a crime because of his age. But 15, normally they used to only charge you for adult if you were like 16 or 17. This guy's 15. Are they going to charge an 11-year-old as an adult next? I mean, I'm not saying the guy shouldn't. He killed 5 people. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what age you are. If you're doing the adult crime, you get the adult punishment. You know, if we had the hanging in the town square, I'd say hang his ass. Whatever. You go out and kill innocent people, screw you. A neighbor witness stated a shotgun. Oh, really? Oh. Not the big, scary assault rifle when someone else uses it, but it's a patrol rifle when cops kill people with it every day. It's not an assault rifle when the cops use it. Okay, I got it. Kid took a less than lethal round to the head, brain damage. Oh, really? Didn't know that. Don't know if that's true. No offense, YouTube 13. I always question everything unless somebody gives me a source. But sometimes people have inside information, so you know, maybe you're correct. Rick's hot nuts are finer than any blazing nuts. Lisa, damn girl, how you be knowing? Maybe he used a scuba spear gun. Yeah, that's it. If we just had more scuba spear gun control, we would all be safer. I'm with you, Art. I've always got guns in my car, but every once in a while, unless like I'll never go into a bank without a gun, but every once in a while, if I have to grab something pretty quick, like gas, sometimes I won't put my gun in my pocket. I leave my door open and my car's running. That's another thing. You guys can crack and talk shit about me. I'm a big danger. I don't turn my car off when I fill up my car with gas. Rick, that's dangerous. And a spark and the phone, and you could light up and you could, whatever. I don't give a shit. I've been filling up my damn car with the car running for I don't know how long, and I'll be jerking and jinking, talking on the phone. I ain't lit shit on fire yet. But okay, whatever. My car is running when I'm at a gas pump, and my door's open. So I can get in and get my gun, or I can get in and get the hell out of there when some other dumbass sets a place on fire because they're doing crack or cigarettes, okay? My car is running and my door's open at a gas station when I'm pumping gas. Sorry, turn me in to the gas police. Go ahead, you safety Sallies, whatever. Oh, another person heard a shotgun. So that's good. It sounds like he might have used a shotgun. Good for him. I'm glad. Those damn shotguns. I thought they were just for hunting. I didn't think shotguns were assault rifles. That's why the narrative is gun control and assault ban. I saw the other day community because they lost a cop but said nothing about. I know. It's crazy. It's like look, I got no problem with cops being respected. And if they're doing a good job and they're honest and we have standards and they look out for their community and they live in their community and they don't treat community members like shit and like tax cows that they just run around and write them bullshit tickets to collect revenues and get their stats and treat everybody like they're the enemy. I got no problem supporting good cops. The problem is the norm is not good cops. I can't go anywhere without seeing every cop I pass on a traffic stop giving somebody a damn ticket. Freaking pussies. I can't stand ticket writing pussies. But I digress. All right. Man, this iced tea's going down a little too quick. Woo, doggies. Yes, Rickster nuts. Sugar britches and Rick's nuts. Damn, that sounds like a nice little sugar britches and Rick's nuts. If your nuts aren't intense, you're doing something wrong. Here we go. We got it. You guys got to take it to the gutter. Gutter's probably behind all this shit, starting all this crap talk. I know what it is. I think I saw somewhere use an AR. See, I don't believe he used an AR because they would be plastering that shit everywhere, and they're not. Rick, do you agree? Do you agree with a shotgun to be #1 home defense tool? I like a shotgun. I think a shotgun is a badass, underestimated weapon. Big problem with a shotgun is it kicks a lot, and a lot of women don't like it. But it's a rifle and it's heavier, so the heavier the gun, the less the kick. But a shotgun puts out a good forward-moving projectile, whether it be a slug. A slug kicks more than buckshot. Double-aught buck kicks more. The heavier the weight of what you're pushing out, the more recoil you get back. But a shotgun is an absolute must-have, shit at the fan, EMP, whatever the hell the reason, meteorite hits, whatever the reason, a shotgun is a great, great survival tool. Birdshot, easy for hunting. Slug, you can take out a deer. Double-aught bucks, very effective on probably most anything. I think a shotgun slug will take down anything in North America. I mean, I don't think I'm pretty sure a shotgun slug would take down a bear. I mean, it is a badass round. So you can have multiple rounds. You can use buckshot and birdshot for small things, for rabbits, whatever, for training. A shotgun's a great. I mean, I don't know how many shotguns I have. Let me count real quick. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 pump shotguns and 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 5 semi-automatic shotguns. So a shotgun is a great, great weapon. And I'm telling you, 870 for a pump, Remington 1100 for a semi-automatic. I love them. There's other guns out there that are good. But for me, the Remington 1100 semi-automatic, you put on an extended magazine, you get 7, 8 rounds in there, and you can shoot just as quick as you can an AR, rapid fire. Very, very effective gun. I like the shotgun. I know some people don't, but it's a great. And now they got all the cool rounds to where they've got the fire blaster, the popper that goes out and pops. You know, if you're getting a jam, you can use fishing weights with lead leaders and hook it together so when it comes out, it's a spider web. I mean, there's all kind of nice rounds that you can kind of modify a shotgun with. Rick, do a poll. How many think nukes will fly? I don't think nukes will fly, but we can do a poll. Let's do it. Yes or no? Will nukes fly? I'm a no. Okay, let's see what you guys think. Will nukes fly? So this is the last comment I got. 12 gauge. That's the later comment just popped up. Mossberg. Nope. Chuck says no. All right, here they come. Looks like a lot of no's. Wow. A lot of confident people out there. Oh, somebody Grape Ape thinks yes. No, no, no. The new 870, they're drunk. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I know a no, yes, no, no, nope, nope. Yes, no, 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 no nukes will fly. All right, let's do this again. Because there's a lot of no's. Hell fucking no. Really? I'm not that sure by no means. Let's go percentage-wise. What percentage do you think nukes will fly? 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, or 100? What percentage do you think nukes will fly? I'm going to have to think about that for a second. What kind of nukes? Any nuke, even a tactical nuke, any nuke. I'm waiting for a percentage. I'm still getting a lot of no's. No percentage yet. Yes. Okay. Nope. 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 A lot of no's. No, I hope no. Yeah, I would hope no too. Oh, Bob's like, yes, please. I must admit, if they nuked DC, I wouldn't give a shit. I'd be like, great, whatever. Who gives a shit? Thanks. I think I'd be sending donations to Russia. Okay. I got some maybes here. I just looked at what, what's that shit that they give you that you take for your thyroid when you get nukes? Iodine tablets. They're still selling them on Amazon. So there's no shortage right now, which nukes aren't real. Really, dude? Are you a flat earther? Nukes aren't real? You think Nagasaki and Hiroshima was a joke? Come on, dude. Really? 0%. Man, you're a lot more confident than me. I'm going to say 60 to 75% nukes will not fly. But I ain't that freaking sure. 15%. 15, 0, 0, 5, 25. Wow. 60. 0. Wow, man, you people, I don't know what you're basing your percentage on. That's the problem with statistics and questions like this. What are we basing, and what am I basing my opinion on? I'm basing my opinion on what the media tells, and the media lies, and I'm basing my opinion on what the government tells us, and the government lies. But my opinion has a fudge factor for the lies. So even if I believe just what I'm reading in the media and what the government tells me, I have to put in the, what are they not telling us, and what are they lying about factor. And I mean, I know people with power, and Putin's a power dude, and I know people that are losing power don't give a shit. When you ain't got nothing, you got nothing to lose. And that's just the way it is. And when Putin gets backed in the corner to where, you know what? I'll use him. The problem is, I just don't understand how Putin could think that he could win by news. He can use nukes and screw everybody, and we fire back, and he fires, and China fires, and everybody fires. Whole world thrown off its axis, nuclear winter, people die, shit goes to shit, EMP. He can do that, but it is a suicide by nuke kind of firing. Kind of like we always say, suicide by cop. If he does that, he's got to know, I'm going to die, but fuck it, I'm taking everybody with me. I don't give a shit. That's the problem when you back somebody in a corner, and I don't know his mindset on how close he is to that point. That's why there's the factor of, you know, anybody that can say absolutely no or absolutely yes, unless I'm working intel and I'm getting all the intel that he's scared and he's nervous and we're intercepting reports like if he does do it, we have generals that are going to defect and they're going to kill him. Unless I'm getting all this intel that says no, then maybe I'd change my mind. But from what I know, he's crazy. He's power hungry. He's backed in a corner. He's getting attacked by everybody, hated by everybody. He thinks he's right. He ain't giving up. Those are all some big things that move me to, he just might be crazy enough to do it. 10%, 20%, 3%, 3%. Back on the watch list. Come and take it. 3%. 80%. 40, 45, 20, 10, 20, 0. Yeah, see, unfortunately, without a qualifier on what you're basing that on, small nukes, yes, big nukes, no. I figured you were going to go there, Austin, because you asked the question, what kind of nukes are you talking about? I don't think there's a difference. I mean, seriously, if he's willing to use a tactical nuke, do you think he won't use a big nuke? And if he's willing to use a big nuke, for sure he'll use a tac nuke. But, I mean, a nuclear weapon just puts everything in a different hold because you're not just killing the people you use it on. You're destroying crops, the air, the environment, your radiation. You're killing people for years. You're destroying the area and making it unlivable when it hits. So there's just so much long-term destruction on a nuke. I mean, Einstein was so crushed. I don't know if everybody knows that, but when he gave the technology, E equals mc squared, I think was what kind of got us in the nuke era. Energy, E mc squared. Energy times mass, E equals mc. C is speed of light squared. Speed of light, 186,000 miles per second squared. Mass times that will give you whatever. E equals mc squared, I think, is a formula that got us to our nukes. And even though Einstein did that, he wrote a letter to the president saying, look, you can never use this. You can only use it as a deterrent. So Einstein, for as smart as he is, and I love Einstein, I think he's freaking brilliant. If I could go back in time, he'd be one of the people that I want to meet. But he wrote a letter and said, don't use it. You can never use this. So for as smart as he is, you give government power and you tell them they can't use it, you're a freaking idiot. Sorry, Mr. Einstein. I respect you and all, but Ray Charles saw that shit coming. You don't give government something and say don't use it. Because if they can use it to keep power, to maintain power, to hurt their enemy, they're going to freaking use it. All right. I still haven't got to my news here. I got all on this freaking nukes flying everywhere. I tell you what, when I ate that motherfucking hot nut that almost burnt my freaking lips off, there was a nuke flying around here and shit. Woo, man, that shit was freaking hot. All right, 35, 35.5. Really, Yankee? You couldn't go 35.4.32? You couldn't go 432? 35.432 instead of 37.5? What? 50. 60. All right, I got to go down to the bottom and see. E equals MC squared. Einstein married his cousin twice. That's pretty good. I did read rumors or something that he did marry his cousin or something. Whatever. Whatever. I mean, there's so much shit that, I mean, you know. Let's see. Give me that nut. You know what? You can have that bad boy. Lick my taint. Really, YouTube licks my taint. Nice name. Oh shit. All right, wait a minute. I saw pussy somewhere. Rick, I bet, does a bitch when he eats hot pussy. I don't think I've ever eaten hot pussy. Although not hot, spicy hot, Maybe hot. Heat, warm hot, but not spicy hot. Really, gutter girl? You really have to drag us into the gutter? I was trying to be good here. All right, where are we at? Oh, here we go. Here's a good 3.14. Is that the infinity number? 3.14? Is that? I think 3.14 is infinity, ain't it? I don't know about the 5.9. I think that's a special number. Nice. All right. What was it? Was it his cousin? What? It was his cousin on both sides as well. All right, let me get back to my news. You freaking people taking this shit in the gutter. I'm trying to educate and make this, use YouTube like it's supposed to be for education purposes. All right, so I think we're getting a whole bunch of lies about the Rayleigh shooting. We'll see as more comes out. I want to know what meds he was on. I want to know all this shit. Why he's in a hospital. Did they shoot him? Did he shoot himself? What the hell happened? How many people I got watching? 557? Howdy, gun people. All right, what's the next on the news list here? North Carolina suspect 15 in custody after... You know what? There was something on here that I wanted to read, and I forgot to highlight it. I think a police dog was hurt doing this. So I don't know if he shot the police dog or what, but they said a police dog was hurt when they were looking for him. And there was one other comment. Oh, more than 3,400 people have died in shootings in the U.S. in 2022, more than half of which is from suicide, according to the Gun Violence Archive website. Who thinks Gun Violence Archive is a left-wing, freaking hippy-dippy bullshit website that's anti-gun, anti-Second Amendment, anti-freedom, and pro-Obama, voted for him twice in the last election? Whatever. All right, Rayleigh shooting suspect. Already covered that one. So this FBI agent, they're trying to get to testify. His attorney says he ain't testifying. Freaking little commie. FBI agent Timothy Talbot will not participate in the House Judiciary Committee investigation into the Federal Bureau investigation of handling matters related to Hunter Biden. So they've shut him up, scared him, or bought him off, according to a letter sent by his lawyer. Talbot had been a center of controversy, of course, involving President Joe Biden's family's well investigation, blah, 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 blah. I don't know if Talbot's a left or right, or and he was also investigating Farmer Trump's campaign. The FBI, who left the agency this summer, has labored under suspicion of partisan bias for his role in both investigations. Republican Senator Chuck said, accused Talbot of trying to shut down federal inquiries into the Hunter Biden. So he wanted to shut it down, and now he's not testifying. Why? Why, you ask? Why, Rick? I'll tell you why. Because they come up with this bullshit excuse that there's already an ongoing criminal investigation. There is nothing anywhere that says I can't do shit because of a criminal investigation. That is a term that is used by DAs, lawyers, judges, and politicians saying we can't comment because of an ongoing investigation. There is no law that says you cannot comment on an ongoing investigation. As a matter of fact, they always comment on ongoing investigation if they think they can get press. They always comment on ongoing investigations when the cops do good and look good and it's a good righteous shooting. They only can't talk about it when we the people want to hear shit that proves that they were fucking up and did it wrong. That's the only time we can't talk about it. It's all bullshit. There's nothing anywhere that says you can't talk about an ongoing investigation. Nothing. Now, if there's a court order that prevents either side from talking about it, then they can't talk about it, but other people can. So it still doesn't matter. But I digress. Drop the nukes. Yeah, you know what? That's easy to say, but I'm telling you, man, in the military, we get a lot of nuke kind of when shit hits a fan, things are going to happen, things are going to go wrong. Nukes are just bad news. I mean, it just does long-term crazy. What was that thing? Distance shielding and time. I forgot. There used to be an acronym about, when it comes, if the blast, don't look at the light. When you see the light, you better start taking cover because the winds are coming afterwards. There's just all kind of shit. But I think if you go to Amazon and look for iodine tablets, they're still available. A lot of complaints, though. Read the comments. They're saying they're sending them either expired or they're going to expire in a year. I still think they're good years after they're made. They put an expiration date on to get you to buy new ones, but it's still good even though it's expired. So, and I'm sure I have expired tabs somewhere around here that I've bought before and they're expired. But I don't have any fresh tablets. And I mean, I don't know if I want to buy some or not. I mean, it's nice to have, but anyway. Time, distance, and shilling. Is that what I'm looking for? TDS? I thought there was an acronym for that shit. You can't decide to hit the like button, you two-feathered channel. What? Really? Why not? I tell you what, if you can't decide to hit the like button, how about hitting the exit button and get the hell out? Freaking coming here, listening to all my freaking knowledge and expertise and freaking jokes, and you get it for free, and you can't hit the like button, you little two-feathered freaking one feather falling out your ass. Get out of here. I fucking can't decide to hit the like button. Freaking pissing me off. You mean duck and over the bullshit? No, man, not climb under. Remember, when I was a kid, we had nuclear drills to where we had to climb under our desk and put our head between our knees and kiss our ass goodbye because that was going to protect us, and it made us feel safe. And we'd be sitting in the classroom, and the little alarm would go off. Everybody get under your desk. We're getting under a little piece of freaking wood in the middle of the desk, and we think we're safe because the government told us to, because that was the rules. The government runs schools, and they programmed us to be safe. I look back at that shit. I'm like, you freaking people are crazy. Hide under your desk. Yeah. I'm more scared of a thug. I'm more scared of Biden than I am the nuke, to be honest. The left is destroying our country a whole hell of a lot more than the nuke is. Well, I mean, some people, that's their theory. I'd rather be closer. You know what? I'm kind of a fighter. I want to take my chances. If I'm buying a ditch, I'm getting in a ditch. If I'm buying a freaking drainage hole, I'm climbing in it. If I can get shielding and time and distance, I'm getting it. So, because I want to hang around, because I'll be picking off all the weak before I go. Not that I encourage violence or I would ever be a violent guy. I'm all about peace. Maybe I'd run around and just preach the Bible and spread peace. Maybe that's what I'll do. Yeah, that's it. Dick Taster. Is Two Feather being a troll? I hope I don't see another comment from him. I might have to kick his little butt out. Duck under kidding. Duck and cover. I remember that drill. School deaths are nuke proof. Let's see. I heard a good joke the other day too, and I can't remember it. Left has lost their mind. They haven't lost their mind. It's a plan. They are calculating evil people, spreading evil, wanting to destroy freedom, hating America, hating the founders, hating everything that this country was built on. Yet they do it all under the protections of the Constitution that was founded. It's just mind-boggling how idiot people can be. It's just freaking crazy. Russia has shelters for their entire population. They would win. Yeah, we don't have shelters anymore. Oh, really? We're going to start talking about my freaking shiny head? Really? Okay. How about this? How about you? How about you powder your block comment? See ya. Let's see. Told Pelosi to shut up. Who told Pelosi to shut up? I didn't hear that. Oh, potassium iodine. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, do they have that on let me see if Amazon has that available. How much it is real quick. Potassium iodine radiation tablets. If you do that on there, potassium iodine, $8.97 for 60 counts. $14 for a fluid ounce of the liquid. Thyroid protection, potassium iodine, 60 capsules, 65 milligrams, $17. None of it's sold out. I mean, if you want to order your potassium iodine for the big nuke fallout, Amazon's got it. So, Two Feathers stew. Are we already roasting him? No. Nuclear. Oh, really? Free online? Wow. Put that in the comment after this video post And I will add this comment to the description of this video so everybody can download or whatever. And I'll put it on my website because I've got that. Remember, if you go to my website, where is it? Think Like a Cop. And then you go on the left side here to military manuals. And you click on military manuals. It takes you here. And here's some of the manuals. But if you click right here, click for over 1,000 military manuals. I have a Google Drive with nothing but Ranger handbooks, survival, tracking, booby traps, you name it. It's all there. It's all free. I don't get shit. I just pay for this website to be posted. I don't get anything from it. No ads, no nothing. You ain't doing me no favor. If you want it, go to it. If you don't want it, don't come here and cry and try to tell me I'm selling shit. I'll block your ass because I don't want to hear your bullshit. But anyway, go there. There is a, I'll click on it right now so you can just see what comes up. There is like, I mean, just manual after manual. Every time somebody sends me a new manual, I add it in here. So, whatever. If you want to go to it, knock yourself out. Again, it is thinklikeacop.org, O-R-G, and then you scroll over here to the left to where it says military manuals. And then that's the link for all of them. I don't know if I've doubled some of these and put them in there. You'd have to check to see, but there's a whole bunch here. I was going to add them all individually, and then I was like, you know what? I've got so many. I just did a Google Drive, and now it's all on Google. All right. Where the hell are we at here? I still got articles over there. Selling his nuts? I'm not selling my nuts. Maybe Two Feather needs a little tar and feathering. Nice, Sugar Britches. I'm looking for Susie Rotten Crotch. She's not here. We just got Sugar Britches here. Susie Rotten Crotch left. How about that? You should at least put some Google ads on your site. Nah, I don't give whatever. Google ads. I've got it on YouTube when they let me. They don't let me do it when I talk shit. Know where the caves are near your old salt mines. Yeah. Is Two Feathers still here, or did he run off after I kind of cracked on him? Two Feathers has 2 brain cells. I've been calling out BS for years. There are 2 types of fallout. Heavy fallout that settles, lighter fallout that stays suspended. Iodine only treats one, but I can't remember which one. Oh, I kind of forgot. Well, if you can't treat for either one, you're probably going to hit by both. So, you know. Why do you need a link? Just Google, lazy. A lot of the manuals I have on there is not on a link. You're not going to find them. Yeah, salt. They removed iodine from salt a while ago. So most of your salt does not have iodine in it. So you said ionized. I don't know if they used to put iodine in salt and then they removed it because the tree huggers said it was destroying the freaking endangered ant or termite, whatever the hell the reason they use. And now they don't put iodine in salt. And a lot of people are iodine deficient. I take a multivitamin, so I get my iodine in it. But, you know, I would never try to prolong my life. Fuck that. I'm always fighting till the last end. I don't give a shit. Rick's selling on his back. He's selling shit. 2 feathers now, 1 feather. What's the link? He has to post it after the video goes. They won't let you put low sales. Somebody give me $20. I missed it. Thanks, Mary Gregory, for the $20. I can't. You didn't put any comment. Fills your thyroid with non-radiated iodine. 2 feather needs to be plucked. I haven't seen 2 feather in a while. Did we run him off? You guys are being mean to him, man. I just kind of cracked on him. I don't want everybody beating him up. Oh, Mary says it's shiny and clean. What are we talking about there? Get the 130 milligram. Why? So you can break them or cut them down? Oh shit! When Biden said today that if the Republicans take over, inflation is going to be worse, I'm like, is there idiots that actually? He just passed another 170 million to give to Ukraine. We have given them billions and billions of dollars, ain't doing a shit. Meanwhile, we're in debt. He's crying about inflation. He threatens Texas to stop producing oil or he's going to fine us and the federal government's going to shut you down. So he shuts down our own oil protection. Now he's threatening the Saudis that they need to turn up production. It is the most craziest freaking upside down bullshit I've ever seen in my life. And people run around like, but he doesn't put out mean tweets like Orange Man, Rick. Freaking idiots. I'm surrounded by idiots. Rick is sensitive tonight. Am I? How about fuck you? No, I don't care. Whatever. I'm always sensitive. Whatever. I'm a sensitive type guy. Shit, now everybody's talking about my damn hair. I still have a little hair. I just haven't trimmed it lately. Why are you guys picking on my head? Come on, man. I can't control. Come on, man. It's not like I'm out there sniffing your daughter, trying to get her hair. Let's see. Leave Rick's head alone. Shit. That's the problem when you address crazy comments. Oh, Burke was blocked. Who blocked Burke? I didn't block Burke. Burke Breath was blocked. I didn't block him. I don't know how to unblock him, but it says he was blocked. Drinking 8.2 IPM. I'm just drinking a little little Knob Creek maple. Good. Do you know where the closest shelter is? Yeah. At my driveway, there's a culvert that I climb in, depending on which way the wind's going. Yeah, I mean, some are first targets. They're going to go after industry too. Anybody that can produce. Our ports will be first targets. There's a lot of first targets. Let's see. In nuke fallout, there is radioactive isotope of iodine. The thyroid absorbed iodine, but only so much. You take the tablet to saturate your thyroid. Oh, that makes pretty good sense, Stu. That's a very good explanation. Do y'all get that? So your thyroid wants iodine. And since Nuke has iodine, your thyroid sucks it in. But if your thyroid is full of regular iodine, it stops sucking it in, so it doesn't suck in the bad. That's a very good explanation. I should copy that shit and like put it on my website somewhere. Very good, Stu. Yeah, I was thinking about getting a 20-foot little shipping container and burying it for my horses to run in a tornado. But with the rain and it would flood, and I was just like, I don't know. I could do it, but I just don't know if I want to put all the effort in. If I get nuked, I'd rather be at ground zero. Maybe. Living in the apocalypse could be kind of fun. For meat eaters and survivors, we're going to be at the top of the food chain. Little liberals will be running around begging, asking for Google, trying to use the right pronoun right before they get shot in the head or their head gets cut off. It'll be kind of funny. Not that I would promote violence. I'm just saying, if there was a movie like that, I might laugh. But, as a meat eater, shit, it's a fan. I moved to the top of the food chain pretty quickly. Let's see here. Let's see. Also, Putin is old. He really cares about... I know, that's the problem. Not only is he old, there's rumors that he might have cancer or he might have some terminal illness, which means he's going out anyway. And if I'm going out and you guys have screwed me, I'll screw everybody on my way out. I got no problem with that. I'll be a nun. I don't think there's going to be very many nuns when the apocalypse hits. I think women are going to forget about their equal shit and they're going to want to find a man that's going to protect them. That's just a guess. Not that I'm being sexist. YouTube sexist. There's some little girl in freaking YouTube right now in her little freaking rainbow cubicle going, oh, he's talking about women. I got a blog that we're going to get it for. You can't talk about women. During the apocalypse, there ain't going to be no equal opportunity, government protecting woman, government saying you don't need a gun. No, none of that shit goes away. It goes back to survival of the fittest. Kind of like how this country was when it started. All right. Sorry I'm late. Got back from hunting. Ooh, see, there you go. Mary was out there hunting. All right, so let me get back to my little news tip here. What was I talking about? Oh, so this agent isn't testifying because of ongoing investigation. That's bullshit. Saudi claimed that Biden asked to delay. Oh, sorry, I didn't make it big enough. Saudi asked that Biden asked to delay oil cuts by 1 month, raises election influence concerns. So when you tell us to stop producing, and then you tell Saudi to stop producing, that creates a shortage. A shortage, supply and demand, creates higher prices. Then, because I told you to stop producing, Saudi, and you stop, now I can tell you to start producing. Then when you start producing, the price will go down, and I can claim victory and say, see, look at the prices. They've come down. That's exactly what. I went into the gym the other day, and I drove by a freaking racetrack gas station. It was $3.19. And I was like, shit, a few days ago, I just paid like $3.60. I'm going to stop here when I get out of the gym and get it. I went to the gym for 2.5 hours. I'm leaving. I drive by the same racetrack. It's now $3.69. I'm like, mother, are you shitting me? It went from $3.18 or $3.19 to $3.69. And I was like, shit, I should have filled up when I saw it. But whatever, I missed it. Buffering. Who's buffering? Am I buffering? See, YouTube, when you talk about things they don't like, you watch. When you're on a channel and somebody talks about, like I am, the rainbow cubicle, and they're going to censor me, and women aren't going to be freaking Miss, I want a participation trophy when shit hits the fan because nobody gives a shit about that. When you talk about things like that, suddenly your channel starts buffering because they freaking pick up their little keywords and they're like, oh, we don't like that speech. Let's slow him down. Let's irritate his watchers so they'll leave. Let's censor him because we don't want his message out. Because the only way the left can win is to shut down any alternative view. Fucking left wing. I can't stand them. All right. So Biden's doing that. Shocker. House probe whether National Archives conspired with Democrats in the Trump records. Of course they conspired. I don't need an investigation to know that. Obama had over 1 million documents. Nothing. Not a peep. No archives. No questioning any documents. Over 1 million. Trump had like 30,000. Look how much shit he's getting. Suddenly the archive gives a shit. Of course they're in collusion with the freaking Democrats. Are you kidding me? That's just crazy. What's this one? Influential congressman says federal effort to facilitate censorship is abuse of tax dollars. It absolutely is abuse of tax dollars. So is sending millions and billions of dollars to Ukraine. That ain't going to do jack shit for us or our country. So is opening the border and flooding us with freaking people that can't speak English, that now we have to educate their kids, and flooding them so now we have to give free medical to them at our ERs, and flooding the whole damn country. Oh yeah, no, that's not abuse of tax dollars. That's all good. That's what our tax dollars is for. That's why you should work harder. That's why you should get rid of your guns. Let the government protect you. And you just work harder and pay more taxes. And the government will take care of you. You freaking idiots. Stupid as shit. People believe that shit. Are you kidding me? University of Michigan medical professor fired for resisting gender ideology demands. Now, I got no problem with her standing up and saying, this is bullshit. I'm not calling he, she, we, thee, thou, whatever, up to 1, 2, somebody wants to identify as a freaking elephant, so I got to call him Miss fucking Peanut, whatever, it's bullshit. But she did it on a religious issue, and that's why they're going after her. Religious accommodation against using biological obscuring pronouns. As soon as you try to connect it to, I would just not do it because it's freaking stupid and it's bullshit. But if you lock into God told me to, or, it's freaking Eve's fault for eating an apple, that stupid, crazy woman. Women are crazy since the invention of women. God made the first woman, made her crazy, go to freaking apple tree. You believe all that shit, then next thing you know, whatever. I don't want to get in religion. Sorry, I digress. University of Michigan fired, gender ideology. So they fired her ass. What's this guy? Jury, this is like the craziest thing in the world, people. $1 billion they took from freaking Alex Jones. Are you kidding me? This is a fundamental free speech. Look, the First Amendment, the very first one the founder said is the most important, is free speech, because without free speech, The government can control the narrative, shut the people up. They can pass on their lies. Nobody can question it. Nobody will ever know the truth, and will be fed into tyrannical government and communism and socialism and all the other bullshit that will destroy us. The very First Amendment was freedom of speech and no religious interference. First Amendment. Alex Jones said the shooting was fake. I don't give a shit if it was fake or it wasn't fake. I believed it was true. Doesn't matter what I believe. Doesn't matter what you believe. Doesn't really matter what he believes. He should have the right to say what the hell he wants. That's the fundamental right. The whole purpose of this country and freedom is that people can speak and not be suppressed. It doesn't matter. Freedom is hard. Tyranny is easy. The left loves tyranny. Locking down, forcing masks, shutting down business. They love tyranny because it gives them power and control. Freedom is hard. When you have freedom, it costs more. People have to sacrifice. Sometimes there's mistakes because of freedoms. Even yelling fire in a crowded theater. I still think it's freedom of speech. I think it's criminal negligence. I think if somebody gets hurt, you should be held accountable. But I still don't have a problem if somebody wants to yell it. Now, some people say, no, Rick, you need exceptions. When you start doing these exceptions, that's how you erode the Constitution and the meaning of it. Make some law that says you can't yell in the theater. Don't attack free speech. Make it a law. You can't yell fire in the theater. Now it's against the law. Now when somebody yells it, they violate the law. But if you're not going to make a law, then don't freaking say, oh, free speech doesn't really count for that. So you can be sued or whatever. I don't even know what the freaking law is for yelling fire. I think it's creating panic anyway. $1 billion is crazy. First of all, he doesn't have $1 billion, so he's not going to pay anybody. Going to file bankruptcy. He's probably hidden some assets. They're just making his life hell. Do you think that one of these left wings that says, I'm a man, even though I have a vagina, do you think if you sued them for lying, because I have a penis, and if this woman says she has a penis and she doesn't, I'm offended. I should be able to sue her. And then she can pay me $1 billion. You really think that would fly? Of course not. Because it's to the left-wing idiot agenda of freaking, everything fucking goes except morals and standards. Otherwise, that's no good. Because the country was founded on morals and standards, and our country's bad, and we're evil, and we're mean. It's fucking sickening what our country's turned into. All right, Treasury investigating Florida over migrants sent to Martha's Vineyard. Here we go again. Nobody's investigating the 1 million or 2 million people that have crossed the border illegally because it's not secured and flooded and totally destroying the economy of Texas and Arizona and other borders. Nobody's investigating that. No, that's not a problem. But the Florida governor, Republican, conservative, not left-wing idiot, sends a few people, I think a few dozen maybe, to there. Now he's investigated. When are people going to say that our government is out of control, they ignore the Constitution, and it's time to replace them? I just don't get it. Not that I'm promoting violence, not calling for violence, not calling for the takeover of the Capitol. Don't try to spin this shit around. If I was writing a movie, the scenes would be very violent and chaotic, but I'm not, and I'm not encouraging it. So don't become crying. I know they're always looking for a reason to shut me down. Oh, he's promoting violence. I ain't promoting shit. I'm simply saying, when are people going to realize if we don't get rid of this bullshit left-wing crazy shit that's running the country, if we don't stop it, what's the outcome? When you outlaw peaceful protests, you mandate violent revolution. R2. Whatever. So, there was an article that you can, man, I have totally ignored my comments. I'm sorry. Let me go back. I kind of got away. DeSantis needs to make Florida constitutional carry. He's a patriot. I didn't know Florida wasn't constitutional carry. That is kind of bullshit if he hasn't done that. Rick, if you want to promote yourself, I highly recommend TikTok. A lot of people have told me that, but TikTok to me, do they have regular videos? They always have that freaking vertical 1 minute bullshit. Do they have like a regular channel like this? If they'll allow me to open a channel and mirror my shit, I'll put it on TikTok. But I'm not real sure if I want to promote myself. I mean, I'd like my message to get out. I think I'm pro-American, pro-Second Amendment, pro-Constitution. I think I'm pretty fair to cops. I've got a lot of experience, so cops can't immediately go, oh, you should put on a badge before you criticize. They can't say that to me, so now they have to say, you must have been raped by a cop when you were a kid, or whatever. A cop slept with you. They come up with these other excuses because that's the way the cancel culture is. If I can't argue the facts, I'll attack your character somehow or justify you away. So, I think my message, I believe my message. I don't think I'm changing the freaking world, but if I educate if there's a few young people that watch me and maybe they spread the word or my video catches on and a few other people open their mind and go, you know what? Makes a good point. I would like to think I'm making some good points once in a while. Sometimes I just rattle and rant, but every once in a while I got to make a good point. Let's see. Stand. I don't know what that means. Rick will never stand up. We're too weak. Will never stand up. We're too weak. I don't know about that. I don't know if I'd agree with that. I think there's a lot of people willing to stand up. There's just no way to coordinate. Our communications have been shut down. Remember, when our founders did the revolution, we were small, 13 colonies. Everyone was kind of close. Even though we traveled by horseback, and a lot of communication was either hand-to-hand or talked to at what was the name of the tavern? I can't believe I forgot the tavern. Shit, are you serious? I used to ask that question of patriots, see if they were patriots. Is it the Green Lantern Tavern? What's the tavern that they play in the Revolution? Tavern Revolution. Let's see. Oh, it says travel. Tab. Tavern. Revolution. Neighbors. Shit, what the hell's the name of that tavern? I can't think of it right now. I remember the first submarine they used to try to blow up the ships. Who knows that? Let's ask that question. Green Dragon. Is it the Green Dragon Tavern? Is that it? That might be it. It wasn't the Paul Revere Inn. Green Dragon. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there you go. There's my Patriots. Yeah, you go, boys and girls. I knew my audience would know it. Green Dragon Tavern. What was the name of the first submarine that they used to attack? Don't be Googling that shit. What was the name? Oh, somebody already got it. Christopher's on it. Yeah, the Turtle. They tried to go up there and freaking it sunk. It didn't work, but they were going to plant freaking explosives on the T shit and blow up the ships. And that was the first submarine they made. We'll call the Turtle. Yeah. Those are my Patriots here. Puff the Magic Dragon. Somebody's got a little too much weed here. All right, so what does space smell like? According to astronauts, it's got a metallic aroma, like welding fumes, which to me kind of makes sense because you figure what goes on in space. In space, you got freaking suns burning, nuclear explosions going off every seconds and every sun, jar stars, Mars suns. You got meteorites crashing each other. You got black holes imploding on themselves. You got what's when a star implodes on itself? Damn, my mind's going blank tonight. I gotta quit drinking. What's that called? Where a star goes into itself before it blows up and goes into a shit. I can't believe I'm not remembering shit. Space smells like death. Supernova. That's what I was thinking of. Thank you. Oh, I clicked on it and went away. Supernova. So when a star burns out, it goes down and then it goes in. So there's all kind of burning metals and iron and all kind of shit in space. So for me, it's not a far reach to think that space smells like some sort of welding fume, etc. And the way they know this, they didn't take their mask off. Well, wait a minute. If I got any liberals here. For you liberals, in case you're visiting, I welcome you. So how they know this is the spacemen went up into space, and when they were in space, they took their helmet off to smell real quick, and then they put their helmet back on. And that's how we know what space smells like. So pass that to all your liberal friends, because you're an idiot. So the reason they know this is they didn't pull their freaking helmet off, you idiots. They smelt their uniforms, and after they decompressed where they went in and went out, it smelled different when they were out in space when they came in. Now, one theory is because of the compression that's making that smell. I don't know if that's true or whatever, but to me, it's reasonable that space would have a smell of burning, molting metal or whatever because of all the fire and explosion and nuclear. I mean, there's so much energy in space. It's just crazy. Black hole just sucks in light and energy. I don't know if it implodes on itself. Welcome, liberals. Not really. Ain't no liberal going to stay here too long. They hate facts. They want feelings. Unless I'm here talking about a pink donut and how pink is a perfect color and it's very nice. And I mean, don't get me wrong, pink with a, whatever. I digress. So unless I'm talking about little freaking, foo-foo, tofu and freaking getting rid of meat and hating everybody, the left ain't going to hang out here. I know some black holes. Liberals are like black holes. They just suck the energy out of everyone around them. They're like a big black hole for common sense. It just sucks it right out of the air. And then all you have left is their dumbass ideas. A liberal is a left-wing, anti-American, hating this country, flying other flags, wanting open borders, hates fucking guns, wants gun control, doesn't like free speech, loves censorship. That's a fucking liberal. I can't believe I had to define that. Are you new to this channel? Sorry if I attacked you. I'm a little... Some pink is very nice. Some pink holes are very nice. Some not so nice. Let's see. Rode a burning rocket. Then think the smell is from space. I believe NASA. Well, I mean, that's another good point. I mean, could they be smelling the rocket? I don't know. They said it didn't smell that way before they went out, and it only smelled that way when they came in, and they're not burning a whole bunch of shit in space when they're out there. So I don't know if that's true, Yankee, but I do think NASA is controlled by the government. And I don't, believe everything they say. I'm not a big fan of black holes, but pink holes I'm okay with. I'm talking about donuts, people. Get your mind out of the gutter. Good grief. Freaking crazy people. Where are we at here? Oh, I just saw somebody divorce a liberal. What was that? My father is a closeted Republican. Why would... Most Republicans aren't closeted Republicans. They'll just say, I don't know if I guess I'm a Republican only because I hate left and I would never vote left. And usually Republicans are a little bit more conservative than any left-wing idiot. So, but I'm much more conservative. Some people tell me I'm libertarian, but whatever. I like the Constitution. I like freedom. I like limited government. I like checks and balance on government. I like small government. I hate government freaking paying and taxes and federal government taking over all state shit and showing up, FBI, ATF, all the other three-letter agencies fucking around in states' business, taking over. I hate the federal government. The federal government is the biggest enemy of freedom, period. No ifs, ands, buts, or coconuts. It's over. The federal government is the biggest enemy of freedom. Whatever. I mean, you got left-wing freaking states like California that hates freedom too. If you haven't found it sick, though, you can't describe it unless you have smelled. Space smell like bacon. We'd have a lot more people wanting to go there if it smelled like bacon. The particles will have an odor since they are basically burnt materials. It makes sense if it would smell like burnt. I agree. That's what I first thought when I heard the smell and they described it. I went, that kind of makes sense. How could space have a smell if it doesn't have air? Well, again, I'm not sure you need air for smell. I don't know if you can smell something in a vacuum. I mean, if smell doesn't exist in a vacuum and you package drugs in a vacuum, then it should be no smell odor, right? I don't know. That's a kind of point to ponder there. Liberals don't think they're sheep. They think they're smart and much more. Rick just got himself and us on the government watch list. I've been on a government watch list. I don't give a shit. Amen, brother. Fuck the feds. The feds is the greatest enemy. I don't give a shit what anybody says. My rule, I vote against anything that gives God. Absolutely. And that should be a good rule. And that's what we should vote for politicians. Every politician should be anti-government. Our founders were anti-government. They wrote a complete document doing nothing but restricting government. They were anti-government. Somehow, if you're anti-government now, you're a terrorist. You're one of those crazy Republicans, or you're a crazy freaking right-winger, or you're a 3%er, or put you on a watch list. If you don't like government, it's like if you don't like a cop. You must hate cops. You must have had a bad experience. You must be a criminal. It's like you can't hold anything in government accountable, or you're the problem. It's just ridiculous. I love a thick, long donut. Damn, Sabrina, you go, girl. Shit. I'm only a Republican. Horrible party opposes leftist, socialist, Marxists. Cinnamon churros. Cinnamon churros are good. Even brown holes are pink holes. I mean, the pink hole is kind of like the unity of color. There's like no, it's like it doesn't matter which color is. The hole is always pink. It's like the calming. It's the peaceful color. I don't know why we can't all get along. Can't we all just get along? Biden smells like little girl's hair. Oh shit, Biden will be on the next flight up. That dude is weird. Rick, what are your pronouns? Mine is Susie and Ron Contra. My pronoun is asshole, smart ass, whatever you want to freaking call me, dumbass. I don't give a shit. Okay? Whatever. It's not going to affect me one damn bit. I'm not going to get all butthurt because you called me a she. Thanks, Rachel. All right, let me get back to my damn comments. We got what space smells like. I've only got like 5 or 6 left. What is this one? Biden, I can beat Donald Trump again. Really? Really? You stole the election and now you're claiming you beat him? Well, you can beat him again if you let all the dead people vote again. And if you have people dropping off ballots. Remember, I still have 2,000 mules up on my website, shareable. I'll try to put the link. It is on Google and they haven't deleted it. They deleted it everywhere else. 2,000 mules shows where they tracked all the people dropping off these hundreds and thousands of ballots. They tracked their cell phones. Great movie. D'Souza wants you to pay for it to watch it. I've got a link to where you can watch on Google. I'll try to put it. If somebody reminds me in the comments, put the link to 2,000 mules. I'll add the link in there. What the hell is this one? They have sold it. Oh, I didn't even hear about this. I was reading this news and I'm like, what is this shit? So the EU politician wants to cancel all COVID vaccines because he said they sold him fake shit. I'm like, you got to be shitting me. The EU Commission should immediately terminate contracts of new doses of the fake vaccines against COVID-19 and demand a return of the 2.5 billion euros paid. Remember we were told the vaccine was free and everybody believed, oh, yay, the vaccines are free. They ain't nothing free. Government don't give away shit unless they take it from working people. It ain't free. So they've paid 2.5 billion euros and they got fake vaccines, according to this guy. I mean, I thought all the vaccines were fake, to be honest. I didn't think there was no proof that any of them worked. You can get it, you can't get it, you got to wear a mask. If you get it, you don't need to wear a mask, but you can still catch it, but you'll carry it, but it won't be. I mean, it was just, I actually have a video somewhere on, where is that freaking video? Do I have that shit up? Because that is a great freaking video. Let's see. COVID. Oh, shit. X. Damn. I hope I didn't lose that. There is a girl who is freaking doing a fantastic job on all the shit that came out on the fake vaccines. It was freaking crazy. So anyway, this dude is pissed off and wants the money back and for fake vaccines that were sold to him. Okay, Elon Musk under federal investigation over Twitter deal. Here we go. Another guy who argues with the left, who doesn't support the left, who is for free speech. And I'm not saying Elon's a perfect, great guy. I know those people don't like him. I know this thing. I think he's a little left-wing for me, a little too much left-leaning. Although I think he does promote entrepreneurship and, you know, his space program and free enterprise, and he's got money and he pushes back on the government. So I like that about him. But they're going after him because he wanted to take Twitter and do away with all the censorship. And now they're going after him. It's so blatant how our government has turned in to an enforcement arm of the left liberal bullshit and the constant destruction of this country. The border is wide freaking open. And it is destroying this country, diluting the voting base, eating up resources. Meanwhile, we don't have enough electricity. We got people dying in the winter here in Texas. And meanwhile, we got fucking the federal government telling us we have to go to freaking green fucking shit that doesn't work when it gets cold here. It's just absurd. But you know what? Whatever. Rick, you're just a conspiracy. Supreme Court denies or declines to hear a case about constitutional rights for fetus. The only reason I put this up here is some people don't understand how the Supreme Court gets to decide what case they hear. It takes 4 Supreme Court justices to say, I want to hear the case. So what happens when somebody wants a case to go to the Supreme Court, all the justices look at it, and the 4 liberals or the 4 Republicans get together and go, hey, we think we want to hear this because we could give a ruling in our favor. And the liberals go, we want to hear this because we think we can give a ruling in our favor. And that's a problem with how they get what cases to hear. Again, the founders tried to put a lot of blocks and checks and balances in our system. So, because they knew that people in government, people in power will always abuse it. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. They knew that. And so they tried to put all these checks and balances in a web. And now they have slowly diluted that in our government. You know, Congress is writing 5,000-page bills. Remember, our bills used to be handwritten. There was no 5,000-page bills back in the day. They were short and to the point. They covered one topic. I think there ought to be a law about bills need to cover one topic, no pork, nothing else. Everyone needs a vote on one topic. You address it, that's it. 5,000 pages, more pages than the damn Bible. We're passing bills in the middle of the night. Our Congress has figured out a way to get their shit past the stupid American voting public people. We the people don't mean shit. So Congress is corrupt. Executive branch, the president has learned through executive action, I can override Congress and I can override the courts. I'll just do executive action. Never intended by the founders. They wanted the executive branch to have a check of the courts and the legislative branch. They wanted the legislative branch to have a check of the president for veto power and the courts to overturn. They wanted the courts to have checks and balances to where they couldn't become the most rolling. It's just absurd how government in 200 years plus has eroded our Constitution into bullshit. And we still got people running around. We have a constitution. We don't have a fucking constitution. Nobody gives a shit about the constitution. It's a damn word. It's a catchphrase. Nobody follows it. Nobody agrees it. Nobody enforces it. It's a fucking joke. Whatever. R2, be ready. Buy guns and ammo. Not that I would encourage violence. Joe Biden sniffs and creeps. Oh, I already did this. He got another girl. This is the best Halloween costume around. And I have my website. So I'm done with all that. So now we can just get the comments or whatever the hell you guys want to talk about. How many? I've been on there for an hour and 26 minutes. I think I have about this much drink left. This is my timer. Instead of having my girl Alexa time me, I'm going to use this as my timer. When this is empty, that's it. All right. Fuck yeah, Rick. Fucking bill passing. It's so bullshit. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's fraud. It's conspiracy. Our elected representatives are conspiring to fuck the American people. It's a conspiracy, and they do it in plain sight, and nobody holds them accountable. Why? Because they gave themselves immunity of the law, just like they gave the cops immunity, just like they gave the judges immunity, and they give politicians immunity and DAs immunity. And then they wonder why the pesky citizens are not happy and are getting fed up being the only ones that have to follow the freaking laws. Rick has a biatch that he's leaving. What? I'm leaving a biatch? What? Who am I leaving? The current tax rate alone. Oh, they said if you had $1 million when Trump was president, as soon as Biden took over for right now, You now have 800,000. You lost $200,000, 20% of your money because of Biden's policies, because of billions to Ukraine, because of open borders, because we want green energy, because we're stopping freaking Texas from pulling our own oil out. All these things are crushing your dollar. Not only are you losing money if you had money to invest, not only are you using your money's going down every time you buy something, paying $3, $4, $5 for gas. Gas hits $6 in California. You're losing money there. You go to the grocery store, you're losing money there. You buy something and the grocery people are making it smaller and charging more. You're losing money there. It is freaking crazy how much electing left-wing bullshit has cost you. And meanwhile, he's standing up there saying, if you elect the Republicans, inflation will get worse. You're printing fucking money and giving it to Ukraine. And you're making inflation worse. That's how you get inflation. You print money you don't have, and it devalues the rest of the money, and everyone else pays. You disrupt the supply and demand. It is absolutely mind-boggling for somebody that understands how you're being duped. And unfortunately, when I was 17, 18, 20, 25, 30, I didn't give a shit. I was chasing pussy, riding my motorcycles, doing stupid shit, making my money, running and gunning. They call that when you're working high crime shit. I was freaking having fun doing my high risk shit. I didn't give a shit about politics. That's what they count on. It's so sad what our country turned into. Rick, did you hear their Army first trans officer was a Russian spy? You can't make that shit up. That's probably true. Helen Keller heard that shit coming. How did Helen Keller break her hand? She was reading a stop sign. Get it? She's driving, read a stop sign. Bam! Come on, people. It's a joke. Relax. Don't make me break out my Lone Ranger joke, my horsey joke, my favorite joke in the world. All right, where are we at here? I didn't read that last comment. I clicked off it. I'm saving our rate. Okay. Let's see. Get more drink. I love listening. Silver and gold. I don't need more drink. When I finish this, I'm not really drunk, but I'm a little loose right now. You know, I'm dropping the F word a little bit. And that's the problem when I drink. I don't want to get too loose because people cut out clips, take it out of context. They use it against you. And I mean, I'm not that worried about it, but I just hate dealing with the bullshit. You know, it's not so much the people that put bullshit out there. It's all the people that respond to it. Because then I have people that like me that have to email me 1,000 times saying, yo, man, this guy said this and he made this. And then I have all the people like, yeah, he's an asshole. Did you see this? And yeah, you're an asshole. That's why this guy did it. And so it compounds. And it's like, what? It's a pain in the ass, whatever. 2 pounds of cherries, $16. I know. I tried to buy some cherries the other day and I saw the price. I picked up the bag and I checked the price and went, what the I said, I can do without cherries. And I love freaking fresh cherries, but it was freaking outrageous. It's all part of the plan. Everything, Obama, the PEDs. Green energy green energy. Don't get me started on that shit. Electric cars. After the blast, I might get some of my line back. Happened to me, I lost $120K the day Biden took office. It's crazy. I mean, it is just, and you know, people don't realize that money, when you lose it, especially if you're on a fixed income, you only have so much money. So if my electric bill has been $125, $130 since I moved here 10 years ago. Since Biden took over, my electric bill's gone up to like $220 or $240. That is a huge hit every month. When you start adding that and gas and food, and when I go buy something, they don't have it or it costs more or I get less, and all that chips away at what you thought you were making. So you don't make that much money. You actually make a lot less. It's like you take a pay drop every time they give money away. When inflation hits, you take a pay drop. And even if you get a raise, let's say, and that's what they're doing as Social Security people. They're saying, oh, because inflation's high and Social Security is inflation protected, whatever inflation goes up, we will raise your Social Security by that much because we care about you and we love you. It's fucking bullshit. If you're on Social Security and they give you 8% raise and your money is worth 20% less, you got a still 12% loss. And they're telling you, we gave you an 8% raise. You should be happy, you stupid, pesky citizen. And people are like, yeah, government's good. They gave me more money. You know, nothing hurts worse than stupid. Dude, food is freaking crazy. And steak, I looked at a couple steaks. I went, holy shit. I'm pretty sure their immunity ain't lead proof. That's the only thing it's not lead proof. Not that I promote violence, but it's not. That's not the Texas flag. What's not the Texas flag? Who said the Texas flag? 3 a.m, I'm singing at Carol M. House of Chill. Really? Carol M. House. I don't know what that means. Karen M. House. Karen M. House. I don't get it. Sorry, bootlegger. I rewatched your little video, a Korean conflict, great video about the movie. Oh, was that the one with the submarine? That was a great flick. Get a life, an ace. What? Rick, you need to fill up your drink. No, I don't either. You don't hear the ice? Although it's going down pretty good. I might feel. I didn't go to the gym today. I was going to go tomorrow. So if I drink another one, I probably won't go to the gym. I can listen and conversate with you, Rick, and gun people. I like my gun people too, man. I wish we could have imagine if we were close enough to where we could have a little meeting. Like once a week, we would meet at a local tavern, let's say the Green Dragon Tavern, and just talk about things. All right, so I think I already read that one. Let me go down on my new comments. Buy silver. Dude, silver and gold is down. I mean, it is crazy. I think silver is 16, or silver's at 16 and gold is 1,600. Let me see what it is real quick here. Silver right now is 1644, or gold 1644. Silver is 1829. So it's dropping, which is against all freaking common sense because we have high inflation. Our dollar is insecure. Investments are insecure. We're about to go in war. We have gas shortages. We're possibly in a nuclear war. We're supporting a conflict in Ukraine with money. We're pissing off China. We're pissing off Russia. We're trying to make deals with Iran. Everything in the country is in chaos. And the gold and silver prices usually reflect confidence in future earnings or future stability. Our stability is so unstable right now, and yet gold is going down. It was 2,000 at the beginning of the year. It's now down to 18 or 16. What is it? 1688? 1644 is gold. It was at 2,000. Why would gold be going down when chaos in the economy and our dollar value is totally going spastic crazy? It goes against all normal trends. I don't know what's going on, but I call it a clue because the government is deep involved in it somehow, I guarantee. All right, gun people, a shooting range will be cool. I don't like shooting ranges. Too many damn rules and bullshit. Rick, dude, this is all planned out. They're tanking our system on purpose. The new money will be electronic. The laws are all there. Well, they got to get the guns. That's the only thing that hasn't been figured out, Jeff, is they got to get the guns. They're trying, and they're taking out leaders or anybody that's outspoken one by one. But there's a lot of guns in America, and they got to get them. Because when shit hits a fan, government hates losing, and government is incompetent, and government will lose when they go against we the people, guaranteed. Not that I'm promoting violence, I'm just predicting. And most revolutions, tyrannical governments lose unless only they have guns. Then they win. But in countries to where the citizens are armed, government always loses if there's a revolution. Gee, I wonder why the government would want guns from us. Maybe Ray Charles can shed some light on that. JP Morgan influenced gold and silver. Maybe. Green Dragon meeting. Yeah. I invest my meager money into things I can actually use to trade precious metals, can't be eaten or used to hunt or grow crops. It's a rich man's form of currency. I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, that's got some truth to it. But in all collapse of societies since the history of time, a currency has to be established. In order for trade and common value and value to start attaching to things on supply and demand, there has to be some type of currency. A buck used to be a buck pelt. You kill your buck, a pelt was $1. And that's how the phrase, give me a buck for that. So there has to be some currency established in all collapses or in all new governments or things started. Now, government always likes to be the one that tells you what that is. Our government's telling us it's money. It's their money that they're printing out of thin air, that we're giving to everybody, that they're diluting. They're telling us that's the currency. There's other currency, guns, ammo, food, etc. The problem is government says you can't trade those without us getting a cut because we have to tax it. You have to take it to market. You have to get a license. You have to show why you're buying a fertilizer. Do that through the federal government. Federal government is locked up any type of currency. That's why I said that the end of this society is if they go to digital currency, we are screwed. I told you they just took $600 out of my account. State of California said I owed them taxes. I didn't owe them taxes. They went to my account and took it, and the bank gave it to them. Didn't tell me, didn't notify me, nothing. Just I noticed $600 are gone. I call a bank and they go, state of California wrote a cashier's check. I go, how does a fucking state of California write a cashier's check on my account? They told us you owe the money. We gave it to them. I was like, what the fuck? You didn't ask for proof or nothing? They go, no. If they tell us you owe it, we pay them. I was like, fuck. What do you think is going to happen when we have digital currency? And California still has money. I called them, spent hours, days on the phone with them. My money, my time. Time is my money. I spent all that, didn't get shit, no compensation. I had to play their fucking game, and they said, okay, you don't know it. We'll send it back to you in a couple months. Stole my money. I still haven't got my money back. What would I have done if they said, fuck you, we took it, we ain't giving it back? What's my recourse? I mean, what can I do? I mean, my only option is to go, fuck it. I'll go burn down a place or blow up a place or do something crazy and say, this is it. This is where I'm making my last stand. That's your only option. That's why I said when they outlaw peaceful protest, when they outlaw due process, when the government has the ability to take everything from you and you have no recourse, your only recourse is violent revolution. All governments ask for this shit. They just don't realize it till it's too fucking late. And then they try to come in and some other tyrant, oh no, I'm going to make it better. Yeah, fuck you too. Okay? Sorry. All right. 3 or 4 times a year, I try to make one of those. Can't eat gold and silver. Okay, so back to the gold and silver. If there is an established currency, and gold and silver is a known quantity, and they've gotten much better at testing gold and silver now. They have little x-rays. They have little things, probes that you touch it. You used to have to drill it. Used to have to take a little rub, put some acid on it. They've got shit now. You put a probe on it, and they'll tell you whether it's silver, gold, metal content, what other metals are in there. They've gotten much more advanced on knowing. Because it's such a stable, and it doesn't corrode, it doesn't rust, it doesn't go away, it doesn't change its properties. Gold and silver will last the ages of time, which is why it's always been currency in almost all civilizations. It's always had value. There's nobody that's never said gold has no value and silver has no value. No society ever has said that. So, I mean, I'm sure there's some tribe in the jungle that doesn't know what gold or silver is and never seen it, may not know. But I guarantee if you showed them something shiny and gold, they'd be like, I like that. I want more of it. Okay. We use gold now for transistors or connections or electricity or whatever they use it. The space shuttle, they use it on a lot of the things up there because it's very anti-corrosive and it doesn't change its properties, which is why it's great. If you're buried with gold, if they find you 1,000 years later, you may be dust, but the gold will still be there. It's always got value. So people will say you can't eat, you can't do nothing. I believe gold and silver will be able to be traded for something. I'll tell you what, I got a lot of ammo. If somebody wants to give me gold for my ammo when shit's fan, I'll be selling my ammo for some gold. I'll take gold. All right. It's crazy that gold's down. It makes no damn sense. Don't drink another one. One's enough. If you have another one on some other. Well, this wasn't one. I kind of made a little bit of a double. Shh, don't tell anybody. All right. How did Buddy Ride go? It went okay. He kind of bucked and he gave me that bruise. You must have got here late. I already showed my bruise. I'd show it again, but everybody said I was flashing them. It's kind of going away. Can y'all see it right there? It's pretty yellow. It was like right here and then it went down. And I don't know when I write him. Saturday, Friday? I don't remember. So the bruise, when I bruise, I usually don't bruise right away, but like 2 or 3 days later. And that's most bruises. When you're working domestic violence, if you're a cop, you should know and you should be being trained. You never take injuries pictures that day. You go back 3 days later and take pictures because that's when you get the good damage. Okay, if I take a picture right after I beat your ass, you may have a little swelling. You may have some redness. 3 days later, you're going to have a black eye, black around the nose, bloods. You're going to have much more shit 3 days later. So if you're doing a domestic violence, and the DA's office used to hate that. You know, cops take pictures the night of the scene. They don't ever go back. We're like, where's the injuries? You know, and they're like, oh, man, it was horrible. She had to go to the doctor, and she was Where's the pictures? Well, we took them that night, but it got worse. And why didn't you take pictures then, you freaking idiot? Because they don't care. They do the report and they turn it in. And that's why they have DA investigators go and follow up. So if I got a case and it was only 3 days old, the first thing I'd want to do is go freaking contact the victim and take new pictures of the bruising because it takes a while to show up. But I digress. Most people vote to solve their problems. I vote, yeah. And I agree, Robert. That's a great philosophy. Most people do vote. How does it affect me? You know, they're loading the Jews in trains. It doesn't affect me. You know, they're attacking Alex Jones a billion. It doesn't affect me. No big deal. They're attacking Trump. It doesn't affect me. No big deal. That's a bad attitude. That's a good way to walk your ass into tyranny. Okay, because sooner or later, government will come for you. Just because they're not coming for you now, they will eventually come for you when they run out of other people to go to. Let's see. I'm there, dude. Silver and gold are down. That only means they're getting a bargain. Yeah, maybe. I mean, that gold is just so damn expensive. I mean, 1,600. Rick, you need another air conditioner. I know I do. My shit's like tits up right now, but they're like, oh, you can't get it in the parts and it's expensive. And it's, you know, I always hear this one place in Dallas always advertising, well, we got good deals, 5,000 off your system. I'm like, shit, they want like 8,000 or 9,000 to put me in a new system. I'm like, shit, if I can get 5,000. So I called them and they're like, oh, you live too far from us. We don't come out to you. I go, I heard your ass on the radio. If you're too far, why are you advertising where I can hear the shit? Well, we don't go out that far. Sorry. Fucking false advertising, mother. Rick, do you like eating out? I like going out if I'm with a woman to go out to dinner and have a nice dinner, wine. I don't go to fast food a lot. And I wouldn't say I eat out a lot because it costs more to eat healthy. But I mean, I go out every once in a while. Me and my buddy Dave went to Babes in Sanger and had some chicken and green beans, corn, mashed potatoes. It was kind of I'm kind of like, this is the worst day I ate. It was just, I ate a lot of shit today. So I'm going to be working my ass off at the gym tomorrow. Can we discuss R2? What do you want to discuss, Lisa? R2 is going to be, I still think, whether it's a revolution here or anywhere else, and if you watch my revolutionary series, I discuss a lot of how revolutions go and things in the process. But I think our revolution is going to be targets of opportunity. I think that will be the battle cry. And targets of opportunity will be the federal government, federal employees. If you work for the federal government, if you go in and out of a federal building, if you support, work, or any way help the federal government, I think that's going to be the target opportunity. If we go into it, I'm not encouraging and I'm not giving advice. I'm just saying, if we go into it, my prediction, it will be targets opportunity. Every state, every local person, there's not going to be a big coordinated effort. The redcoats are coming. Watch the ladder and let's gather our forces. Let's fight it, conquer it, hold them off. It's not going to be like that. Our country is too spread out, too many people, federal government, state government, local government, too many people spread out. It's going to be every patriot in every state and every county and every city taking targets of opportunity, and targets of opportunity in the military is anything of military value, which is any federal employee. When you make federal employees so nervous to go to work, go in public, they stop going to work. It shuts down the federal government. And that's how every revolution works. You have to make government scared to do their government shit. So they have to travel in groups. They have to stay in secure areas. They don't go out. They don't wander out because they'll get sniped, because they'll get blown up, because they'll get a roadside bomb in Iraq. It's the same in every revolution. I'm not predicting something new or, giving a battle plan. It's just the way it is. If you study history, that's just the way it is. So I think our revolution will be that way. When the federal government steps over line, another Waco, another Ruby Ridge, another Bundy Ranch, whatever, at one point, shit's going to hit the fan and people are going to be like, the government stepped over the line way too much here. Fuck it. And it's going to be go time. And every federal, you have a bunch of McVeighs blowing up federal buildings. You'll have people busting out windows, the broken window syndrome, to where if you can't keep the windows fixed, people lose faith in you, lose government. All federal buildings will be broken and trashed or burned. Or, look what BLM did. They fucking took over a city, took over a freaking building. I think it was a police station or the courthouse or the city building. They took it over for weeks and shut down the government, and nobody went in. I think it's going to be just like that, chaos in every city, everywhere. And government will be afraid to go in. People will stop going into government, and then they will stay home to protect their family because the chaos grows. Government will get weaker. The people will get stronger. Chaos will get stronger. And then it'll be survival of the fittest. The weak will be weeded out. I mean, this isn't something secretive. I didn't fucking look into my crystal ball to see this shit. This is the way every revolution happens. We're going to go to lunch. All right. No bits and shoes. We'll go to lunch. I meet people for lunch all the time. No gym, ride buddy. I should ride buddy again. I was going to saddle him up, but he got like 95 today. And I was like, shit. We're supposed to get rain and thunder. I might saddle his ass up in the rain tomorrow. If we get a good thunderstorm tomorrow, I haven't ridden him in a rain in years, probably over a decade. I mean, he's what, 18, 19, 20. I don't know how old he is, but I haven't ridden him in a rain. I used to ride him in a rain in California all the time. If it was raining, I'd want him to ride in the mud and stop so he learned how to use his feet and not fall down and, go up and down some hills in the mud. He has to work really hard and he has to drop his butt going down. So I used to work him hard in the mud when it rained, and I'd be soaking wet, but it was great sitting on a horse, riding him in the rain and the mud. So we might get a big thunderstorm tomorrow, and I may saddle his ass up and ride. Let's see. Talk about R2. Already did that. 7% they will fly. Really? Barbecue at Rick's house. Now, I ain't having everybody at my house. I got too many booby traps and secret shit that I don't want people to find out. My buddy was over here today, and I said, yo, dude, you can do anything, but don't do this. And he's like, oh, okay. And I was like, so, I don't have kids around here, so there's guns and little things around here that will trip up criminals. It's going down pretty good. What's going down? Buy silver. My husband wants to buy gold. I don't know. Investing is like, I don't think buying gold and silver is really bad. If you ask anybody through the history and time, and you read anybody that's written books or anything, almost every one of them says, if I could go back and do it again, I would buy gold. Gold has been the test of time for money. I remember buying gold when it was 400 an ounce. And when it hit 900, I sold it all. And I was like, fuck, what a dumbass. It went up to 2,000 not too long ago. And had I just kept buying when it was 400 an ounce, I'd have been great. But I was like, damn, 400 ounces is a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money, So I'd buy an ounce here and buy an ounce there. And shit, the test of time, people who have bought gold over time, you're going to be hard pressed to find someone that lost. Unless you sold when it went down, then you lose. But normally gold will always either maintain or go up. I don't think you can go wrong buying gold. I've bought silver for a lot. I don't know about a lot of silver, but I don't know what your definition of a lot is. I've probably got a few hundred ounces, let's say. So how much is that? I don't know. I haven't figured out the numbers. What, $18 an ounce, whatever. Alexa, what's 18 times 300?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Well, listen, you crazy woman. Alexa, what's 18 times 300?
This might answer your question. 18 times 18 times 300 is 97,200.
This crazy woman, she's freaking smoking crack. Alexa, what's 18 times 300?
18 times 300 is 5,400.
Okay. So maybe I have $5,000 in silver. Is that a lot? Is that, I don't know. Shit. I have a 3 million portfolio, lost 900 grand. Yeah. I mean, that's just crazy. 1/3 of your money. And I mean that, and people are like, yeah, Trump was bad. Yeah. Trump gave bad tweets. Yeah. Orange Man was bad. Yeah. He didn't like women. He made a comment about grab a woman by the pussy. He's a bad guy. It's just fucking crazy on what we value. We value idiots talking about 14 bathrooms and men that can have freaking babies and breastfeed, and that's okay. But our society is just so freaking lost. HBO, The Perfect Weapon. I have not seen that. I don't have HBO. I don't have any cable. I just got an antenna where I pick up the Dallas stations, and I got Netflix and Prime. That's it. Sorry, but I'd like to know what The Perfect Weapon is. Fried liberal with barbecue sauce. Everybody is worried about money, but not their rights. Well, that is a problem, and that's a good point. I mean, without our rights, our money isn't going to be worth nothing. And if you can't spend your money to buy freedom and enjoy freedom and celebrate freedom, what's the use of having it? If your money doesn't keep you secure in your own home or make you safe or give you the ability to have freedom, what good is it? I mean, if China suddenly gave every citizen of China $1 million and then raised the price of everything, would that be good? Would they all be happy? Maybe. I don't know. God asks man to tell him a joke. The man tells a joke. God says, that was not funny. The man says, I guess you had to be there. I don't get it. Christopher, that went above my head. Maybe it's the alcohol. The man tells the joke. God says, that was not funny. The man says, I guess you had to be there. I thought God was everywhere. Is that the joke? Because God's everywhere? I don't get it. Sorry. The flag emoji is chilly. I used to sell weed out of a Chrysler, not a cop car. Did y'all hear the vax being put into meat? They're going to make everyone get it. Oh, come on, dude. Really? Come on. That don't make, I say dude. I don't know if you're dude or girl. Did I mispronoun you? See, that's the problem with these names. There's no proper pronoun. Is this a girl, woman, he, she, they, them, it? I don't know what it is. I have not heard that, but that sounds like a kind of BS, but I wouldn't put anything past them. I need to go get a flu shot because I didn't get one last year, and I think I caught the flu, and that's when I was so sick. So I want to go get a flu shot, but I know they're going to ask, did you have the COVID? Or they're going to fucking punch me up in the computer, and I don't push it past these pieces of shit to mix in COVID with the flu shot. Say he hasn't got it yet. We should save him and help him and mix in the freaking COVID. So now I don't want to get a flu shot because I don't trust the medical system. I don't trust anybody. And it's like, that's the problem when you lose faith. It's like if you have a girlfriend or boyfriend that lies to you. Everything they tell you now is in question. I love you. I was here. I wasn't there. I wouldn't do that. I did do this. Everything they ever said when you catch them in a lie is now worth, I can't trust you. So now I don't believe anything. Even if you're trying to help me, even if you give me good information, I don't believe you because I don't trust you. And that's what the government has done with this COVID shit. They have hijacked the medical system to now I don't trust my doctor. I don't trust the people giving flu shots. I don't trust the people giving vaccination. I don't trust anybody. So now I don't want to do anything to help me at all. And it's like, what? Maybe that's the way the government wants to get rid of the people. They want the people who think and have a brain that distrust them to not get anything, and maybe they'll die off first. And they'll put some freaking bug out there that kills all of them. And then everyone else they're putting the poison in, they live. And then we have a bunch of sheep that took the poison with no question, and they're the last ones left. Maybe that's the big plan. I don't believe in this big plan conspiracy shit. I'm just talking. I heard Biden's going to put us back in COVID. Oh, you know what? I hope they do. You know, this all shit. Oh, they're going to come get the guns. They're going to put us in. I don't do it. Do it. I'm tired of worrying about what the government's going to do. Do what you got to do, and people's going to do what they got to do. Let's get it on. Let's roll. Let's start rocking and rolling for R2. I don't give a shit. Do it. Quit freaking talking about it. Yeah, they do have a low IQ, and it's getting lower because we're having Millions of people cross the border with no education, no schooling, can't even speak the language, has no idea how this country was thing, will come here and fly their own flag and not our flag, want to get their own subcultures and talk about American and make it about race and minority and make it all about everything except the country and freedoms, the greatest country and the greatest freedoms and the greatest document ever created, our Constitution. No, none of that shit's important. It's important that we just listen to Biden because he's the most popular president. It's just freaking crazy. They always raped SS. It's illegal for them to touch it, yet they have. And now, Social Security. They've always raped Social Security. Yeah, Social Security was supposed to be solvent. It wasn't supposed to be earmarked money. You can't touch it. And they slowly so. Government will never have money they can't use. Just like Einstein. I'm going to give you this weapon, but you can't use it. Yeah, right. You're a freaking idiot. We're going to put all this money in Social Security, but we're not going to use it for anything else. Yeah, if you believe that, you're a freaking idiot. Okay. We're not going to print any more money because it causes inflation. Yeah, right. Okay. I got it. Mortgage rate is doubled. Now, this is kind of funny, Alan, because you weren't around. When I bought my first house, I couldn't qualify because the interest rate was at 14 or 15%. And the only way I could get my house is they had what's called a variable mortgage, which means because I couldn't qualify with 14% interest, that really raises your monthly payment a lot. And as interest rates go up, you can only qualify for less homes. So let's say your budget supports right now, you look at your budget and you make $100,000 a year. And they say you can only qualify for 25% of your budget. So you can only qualify for, you make $100,000 a year, you can only qualify for 25,000. Okay, let's just say just for easy numbers. Well, that 25,000, if the interest rate is at 14% versus 2%, there's a lot less house you can buy. And that's what this interest rate is doing. It's making the housing market go down a little bit and stabilize. And it's making people not being able to afford as much house they could. Because if the interest rate was 1%, I can afford a 1,500 square foot house. But if the interest rate is 15%, I can only get maybe an 800 square foot house because usually, amount per square footage. My first house was 1,000 square feet, 2 bedrooms, and I paid $130,000. And I couldn't qualify because at 15% interest, it put me over what I had for what I made. So I had to get what's called a variable interest, and I got in at like 13%. But because I got in at 13%, my interest rate went up every year. The next year, it went up to 14%. The next year, it went up to 15%. Next year, it went to 16%. Next year, it went to 17%. I could have got a straight 15% locked, but I couldn't afford it. I couldn't qualify. The numbers weren't matched. So I had to get this variable to where I knew every year my interest rate was going up 1% to 17%. And what I did is I got in. Once I got in, I refinanced when interest rates came down. I refinanced and locked at whatever 12% or whatever I started at. And then I didn't have to go through the variable, but I had to do the refinancing. So I think variable rates are going to come back because people aren't going to be able to get in a home unless they do that. And interest rates are going up. But you people are saying interest rates are high now. I think interest rates are like 8 or 9%. Looking at when I was at, it was at 15%. 8 or 9 isn't that bad, but it's all relative. I mean, houses were cheaper then. That house that I bought for $130,000 went up to $400,000, and then it went down to $120,000. And then when I sold it at $215,000, which is why I bought this house, which is the only way I could afford it, is because I walked away that cash. I was able to put $100,000 down. I couldn't qualify for this house. It was $220,000 for this 10 acres in my house, and I couldn't qualify. But because I just sold my house, I was able to put $100,000 down or only finance $100,000. Then I qualified, and that's the reason I got in here. Because it took me, I had that house for 18 years in California. Just a little buying and interest rate 101 there. Some people be like, what the fuck he's talking about? He went off on a tangent. I'm just sharing shit that I went through, people. There'll be some young guy here that will have learned something from that. Can you swim in a pond when it's hot? You can. If you want to swim in bath water. I mean, I'll ride Buddy through the pond if I ride his ass. If it rains tomorrow, I may ride him and see if I can videotape it. The problem with riding in the rain is you create mud holes. I don't like big mud holes, and I can't really run them real fast because you might trip and fall. So you got to be careful about that. Man, this is freaking good. My neighbor bought a house 15 years ago, 138K. They just put it on the market 4 days ago after the hurricane, 374. House is probably one of the best investments other than gold for short-term returns. I mean, when I was married, I wanted to buy a house, and my wife was like anti-house. She didn't want to buy a house because she thought we'd be stuck there. All she wanted to do is get back to Ohio where she's from, and that was it. So we could never buy a house. We had to rent when we were married. Once I got divorced, first thing I did, as soon as I could qualify, I bought a house because I knew it was a good investment. I hate paying rent, and I'm not paying my rent. I don't mind paying a house payment because it's my rent. It's going to my principal. It's going to my ownership. But now the government is even taking that with property taxes. I mean, each year I'm paying $3,000 property taxes. You know, over 10 years, that's 30 grand that I've given to government in property taxes. That 30 grand, if I sell my house in 10 years, let's say I make 60 grand. I only really make 30 grand because the government's already taken their cut on when you sell the house. The government has figured out with property taxes a way to take your money and profit. So even buying a home isn't really worth it. You don't make money. You're just responsible. If you rent, you don't have to worry about property taxes. You'll pay more rent. It won't be your house. You can't do what you want. The landlord can evict you. The landlord can change the rules. You don't have as much freedom when you rent as if you own, because I can do what the hell I want when I own. But there's trade-offs. The government takes my freaking profit every year of any money I make on this house. Yeah, it's you know, it used to be when we first started that only landowners could vote. I like that rule. That encourages people to buy land. It encourages people that own land, that have to pay taxes, that are part of the community, that are working, that have jobs, that pay taxes. It gives them the vote for the politicians that run the country. Left doesn't like that, because when people work and have to pay taxes and they're part of the community, they don't like government. They don't like government taking taxes. The people that like government are the welfare rats. The people coming across the border that don't have jobs, can't speak English. They get government funding. They get free medical. They get Section 8 housing. They get food stamps. They get monthly wages every time they have a kid. Those are the people that love the left. Rick, why do you hate the left? They're good. They care about the environment. That's because you're a fucking idiot. How about that? You should call your audience an idiot. They're going to unsubscribe. Shut up, you freaking crazy people. I worked my butt off, paid my house off. Property tax are killing. I know. It doubled. My buddy doubled. The guy that came today and helped me work on a carburetor, by the way, on my lawnmower because it wouldn't start, and I didn't really want to take apart the carburetor, but he's like, come on, take. So we took it off, put it back together. It's running now. Not running as good as I'd like, but it's running. He came up here. His property taxes doubled. He was already paying, I think, $5,000, and now he's paying $10,000 a year. Doubled 1 year. Government says, nah, you're not paying enough rent. See, you used to own your home and you only paid property. I thought when you first, years ago, you only paid property taxes while your house was financed. When your house was paid for, you didn't pay property taxes anymore. I thought that's the way it used to be. Could be wrong. Somebody may correct me. I'm just thinking that's the way I remember it. You only paid property taxes when your house was being financed. Once you owned your house and it wasn't through a federally insured bank, the feds have taken over the bank. Another problem with the feds growing and taking over fucking everything. The airways, the FAA, the airlines, the TSA, the fucking banks. You can't get out of the feds up your ass 24/7. The Fed is the biggest freaking enemy of freedom in this country. But I digress. Let me get back to my calm. Okay. I forgot what I was talking about. Freaking alcohol. Killing my damn brain cells. Dude, I got some great freaking videos that I'm sure some of you guys have seen, but it's just freaking amazing. What was that? Ghost? What? Ghost? You are correct. First name spell. I don't know. Geez, my first house was 4,000 square feet, 67. Wow, really? Mine was 1,000 square foot. And I love that house. It was perfect. I wish this house, my house right now, I think is 14 or 1,500 square feet. I wish it was 1,000 square feet. Single story, lower my freaking electricity, smaller, less repair, less insurance. I'd be freaking happy if my house was 1,000. That's why I said I'm always hoping. Everybody's like, dude, aren't you worried about tornadoes? No, I want a tornado to come take off my freaking upstairs so I can rebuild a flat house, single story, no stairs, and let the insurance pay for it. I love it. Rick, you're crazy. Tornado's going to kill. Whatever. I'm out there filming. Whatever. Fixed 4 and a 5. Oh, is that what their interest rate is now? That's a pretty good interest rate. 1982, 13 and a half. It used to be really, really high. People are like, that was crazy. And I'm telling you, man, that is a big chunk. That's an extra. Is it $13 for every $1,000? Or I forgot the formula. Each percentage point I thought was $100 for every 1,000 you finance or something like that. There used to be a formula for the percentage. So when you get in the 13 and the 14 and the 15 area, that raises your monthly payment significantly, which means it lessens your ability to buy more. California for you. What? They are pushing tiny houses. Yeah, because only the rich want to have the big. Socialism is all about dividing. Middle class is always the target because middle class runs everything. You have a few rich people, you have a few poor people, but most people are in the middle class. They pay most of the taxes. They run the government because they're the masses. You know, would you rather have 1,000 people giving you $1 a month, or would you rather have 10 people giving you $100 a month? You know, you want the numbers. So the middle class is what pays all the taxes. You know, when the government comes out, we're going to get the billionaires, we're going to get the millionaires. That's a small percentage. They already pay a huge amount of tax. They're already paying significantly more than everyone else. But it's the middle class that pays the majority of the taxes. That's where they want. Socialism always attacks them, runs them out, makes them broke, and pushes them to the lower class. Because in socialism, there's only the have and the have-nots. You have the haves, the rich people, the people in government, the people that run socialism, the friends of socialism, the people that support socialism. They're the haves, and then you have the have-nots. In our society, our largest group of people is the middle class. Socialists hate that because it takes away power from the few. High interest rates is good because it encourages savings. I don't know about that. When the interest rates go up, it slows the economy down. People don't want to spend money because they're insecure. So if them not spending money encourages savings, that's one way of saving it. I think people save because of their insecure of their future. It's not because it's a conscious effort that I'm going to take money away and not enjoy life. I think they save because I don't know about my job. I don't know how much money is going to be worth. I don't know how much food's going to cost. I don't know if I better have some money or I may not make it. I think that encourages saving more than, I think I always put away, maxed out my deferred comp. Anybody that doesn't max out the deferred, my deferred comp is they match the first 3,000. So I was like, there's no way I'm not saving and doing without $3,000 a year. And they're going to give me $3,000 free just because I save it. That's a no-brainer. Anybody that doesn't max out, I got my buddy that works in Illinois right now. He's pissing me off because he's got money. His wife works, or his soon-to-be wife works. They got money, and he won't freaking listen. I'm like, dude, max out your deferred comp. They match his deferred comp in Illinois for like $12,000. He can put away like $800 a month or $1,000 a month, and they will match that shit. And that's doubling your money. That's like making 50 or 100% interest immediately. And you would not believe the number of cops, firemen, and other government employees that are like, I don't want to do that. Even though they give me the match, I need the money now. And I was like, you're an idiot. If you can double your freaking money by putting it in there, why wouldn't you do that? It's just so short-sighted to me. But whatever, each his own. You can, there are a lot of cops that had a new motorcycle, new car, new boat, everything. I had always old shit or whatever. I had my toys, and I had a lot of guns, but I wasn't buying new cars and all kind of shit. I gave up owning a home fucking long time ago. I love my camper. Well, I mean, you know what? Camper is another way to do it. I hope refinance. I hope refinance. What the fuck kind of sense is that, Gutter? Are you fucking drunk? I hope I be hoping I refinance and I hope finance. What the fuck? I hope refinance. What? Fucking Gutter's drunk. Crazy ass woman. 18%. Rick, why are you being mean to Gutter? Oh, be quiet. She gives me more shit than anybody. True pledge flag can't change. Who was the guy on The Walking Dead who said, I don't die? Shit, I thought a lot of them did that. Walking Dead's a great survival. If you haven't watched The Walking Dead, you got to watch it. If you want to see what shit at the fan looks like, forget the zombie. Just replace zombies with liberals, and that's The Walking Dead. Because I'm telling you, man, there's great tactics, great survival skills, groups, trust, fights between different groups, different clans, different armies, whatever you want to call it. It's all great training for an apocalypse or a fucking R2. Watch The Walking Dead. Can't recommend it enough. I think the 19 shot is the flu shot rename. I don't know what the 19 shot is. Poll idea. Who thinks Social Security is being around for them? How old are they? Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that I never thought it would be around when I was there. I mean, I was saying 10, 15 years ago, man, it'll never be there when I'm there. Fuck it. And you know what? I could take it right now if I wanted to, but I lose money. They take money out because I make money. So I have to wait till I'm either 65 or 67 in order to get it if I want to take it full. And I don't want them taking any back, but I want to take it as soon as I can because I don't want them keeping it. If I get hit by a truck tomorrow, I'm going to be pissed that I didn't take some of the fucking money back that the government stole from me and forced me to pay my entire life. What will be worth big money is medications. Yeah, that's true. But a lot of people who need medications will die off quickly. I mean, there'll be any type of collapse of society, you have a massive die-off in the first few months. Anybody on hospital care, if the electricity goes out and they need any type of electronics to stay alive, they're dead. People with medical conditions that need continuing medication, they're dead. People that need dialysis, they're dead. So you have a huge depopulation, and the problem is you have a lot of dead bodies, a lot of disease, a lot of birds, a lot of animals feeding, etc. So there's all kind of problems on that. But any R2 causes that. I mean, it's just what it is. You can't collect enough medication to keep you alive forever if society collapses. You're going to have to find another way to make it or refine it or whatever. Vax for meats. You're going to find the article on that. Okay, because I want to hear that article. Rick, what's up with the drug dealing cop? They used to tell me, I didn't believe it. I've never had a drug dealing cop. I've never had a cop do anything illegal. The only time I was close to a cop doing something illegal is there was a shooting in West Sacramento where these cops fucking pulled across this dude and said he pulled a knife on him. They shot him. First of all, they shot him in the back. Second of all, there was no knife found. 3 hours later, they found a knife, and it had fireman. It was a fireman knife that only firemen had, and they found it on the scene next to the guy. I thought it was bullshit. I said it was bullshit. I was told to stay out of the investigation because they didn't want the cops to go down. They were working with Jeff Risey, the crooked DA. He was doing his gang bullshit. This dude was a Hispanic dude, and they shot him in the fucking back. I thought it was bullshit. And I said, I don't believe that fucking knife had it, DNA. I was asking all kinds, and they were like, you're not involved in the investigation, stay out of it. And they moved me out. The gang team investigated, and they cleared themselves. And the DA said, no charges. It was a good shoot. I thought it was, that's the only time that I have personally remember being involved in anything crooked or illegal that I saw a cop do something wrong. The only time, other than the DA who was trying to hide evidence and get us to hide. He wasn't a cop. He was a DA. And I turned his ass in, but whatever. The only time people were like, Rick, you know they all cheat and lie. That's bullshit. They don't. I'm telling you. Not when I was working. And they damn sure didn't do it around me if they were doing it because they knew I didn't put up with that shit. They won't ask for all your shots or in record. I heard that everybody that have COVID is in a database. If you got the COVID vaccine, you were in a federal database. And the airlines have access to that database. My buddy was flying. He did not tell him he had a shot. He flew when you were required to be vaxxed. And when he went in to check in, they punched it up. And he said, I've been vaccinated. I go, yeah, we see. And they already knew. So I am convinced that the airlines has access to everyone that was vaccinated. And if they have it, I think pharmacies have it, and I think other medical and hospitals have it. If they gave it to TSA or to the checkers where you buy your ticket, if they gave it to them and have that access, they gave it to everybody in the medical field. And I just don't want to go get a flu shot and they go, oh, it shows here that you didn't have the vaccine. Or we're just going to slide a little bit in and give you a double dose and help you out. Fuck you. So, and you know, I'm kind of like, do I go there and say, I want to see the tube it comes out of and I want to read it before you pull it out? And then they'll be like, this guy is crazy, conspiracy. He doesn't trust us. And no shit, I don't trust you. And I'm going to have a gun on me when I go get my vaccine because I have a gun on me all the time. Next thing you know, they'll be like, oh, you can't have a gun when you get a vaccine. Really? Whatever. How many people took the jab? Well, I didn't. Blast their own music in the neighborhoods. What? They were doing this last year, flu and COVID vaccine all in one. I heard that you could get a joint, but I thought it was voluntarily. I didn't think it was, they were just doing it. Chief Smoke a Lot is token. That's shocking. He's a smoking mofo. Y'all probably weren't here when I had him on live. If you go back and watch the live on Is God a Good Guy that I did, I had Chief Smoke a Lot. He's Jew. He wasn't shy about it. I'm not saying because bad or negative. I'm just, he's a Jew, and he and I had a Muslim on here, and he was a Jewish guy, and him and a Muslim talked, and it was a great conversation. So if you want to go watch my one live where I talk about Is God a Good Guy, I had a Jew, a Muslim. Who else did I have on there? I don't remember. Someone else. But it was a great conversation. I thought it was good. I didn't get my flu shot. I skipped COVID ones. Thank you. Just make sure you have amoxicillin and amphotericin in case you do get the flu. I've got a little Z-Pack, but the last time I took it, I freaking broke out in hives. I don't know what the hell happened. Biden dropped the N-word more than I did. I don't know about that. The coffin 19. Coffin 19. I'm sure she just mistyped. Not that we're saying that the COVID was any type of death sentence or bad. Please, government. Please, YouTube gods. Don't take me down. She said coffin by mistake. She meant COVID. Damn, no free speech in this country. I got to get my tetanus shot, too. I usually get one of those every 5 years because I'm always cutting myself out here on a farm and barbed wire and shit. Beaver shot equals flu shot. Really? If I got a free beaver shot to get the flu shot, I'd probably go get the flu shot. If they want to get people in there, that might be a good little campaign to get guys in there anyway. Maybe some women that want to be guys. Rick, you can't say that. Whatever. Freaking. All right, let me go down to new comments here. I'm way behind. Holy shit. I have more vax than my dog. It was me in the live, Rick Christian. Oh, so Christopher was the Christian, and then I had Chief Smoke a Lot, who was a Jew, and I had a Muslim dude. I can't think of his name. I want to say Muhammad, but I don't want to say that like in a rude way. But I can't remember if it was Muhammad or not. But I think he asked before he came on, would you allow a Muslim on? And I was like, dude, really? I allow anybody on. When I have people come on, I don't give a shit. You want to crack on me or tell me I'm full of shit? I had the other guy on last week that told me I was a hypocrite. I'm a free speech kind of guy. I don't mind debating somebody if it's a legal debate. If you just get on here and go, fuck you, you're an asshole, that's not productive. But if you want to debate facts or my beliefs or challenge me on something, I'm all for it. Get the tetanus shot, FRFR. I don't know what FRFR means. What the hell is that? Do keep antibiotics for sale. I kept my Z-Pack. Let's see. I'm not the spinoff either. I want to finish the original. They're going to, I don't know what the hell that is. What are you talking about? I have some worked on develop. She quit. What the hell is that comment? Take your kid away for refusing an experimental. I didn't think they were taking kids away for not getting a vaccine, were they? Just read, California is now prohibiting purchase of gas, furnace, and heaters. They were doing that a long time ago. You can't buy firewood in California. It was a pain in the ass. I had a fireplace. I finally wired it into my natural gas, and put in some fake logs, because burning firewood, they would come around and give you a ticket if they saw smoke coming out of your freaking fireplace. And actually, the gas fireplace turned out pretty well, because I found out that a lot of women like laying in front of the fireplace and drinking wine. And I kind of enjoyed my little gas fireplace, but I digress. It was a great fireplace, though. Lots of memories. The storage. That is true. Antibiotics doesn't work on viruses. It only works on bacterial. I get it. But they are giving out a lot of antibiotics for the COVID, because the COVID does other things. It gives you pneumonia. And I think pneumonia can be either bacterial or virus. But because a virus can cause other things, that's why they're giving an antibiotic. The antibiotic is not to fight the virus. It's to fight the secondary infections caused by the virus. I think. I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on YouTube. Don't ban me. Don't report YouTube that I'm playing a doctor. Doctors are scam artists. The CDE said people that got the vax cannot donate blood. Really? I didn't hear that. That's kind of a clue. We call that a clue. If you get the vax and now you can't give blood, that's a clue. I got 2 jabs so I could fly. No COVID for me. You have that right. Witness shot. The flu shot gave my brother a gimp arm. Really? Like gimp, like sore? Or like gimp, like I can't move it and it slaps me in the face and I don't know how to control it? What does that mean, gimp arm? Why didn't he answer who would choose America? Who answered that? Oh, is Chatty Factory going on? Are you talking about the Muslim or the Jew? I don't remember. You should have them back on again. On the 5th shot, my body feels like Chernobyl. I never took the jab. I'm at 2 hours and 24 minutes. All right, let me get down to the last comments. Oh, somebody gave me 19. For Dr. Rick. Oh, shit. Now he's paying me for being a doctor? Oh, shit. Now I'm going to get freaking banned. Thanks, Dave. We moved the wood stove today. We would be screwed paying gas and electric. Yeah, I got a wood stove in my house. And I'm telling you, man, it's a lifesaver if the electricity goes out. The only problem is during this last winter, electricity went out. I was so freaking sick. I had pneumonia, and they go, don't run a fireplace when you got pneumonia. Your lungs are all screwed up as is. If you run a fireplace, it will make your pneumonia worse. So I was like sitting here freezing, didn't have electricity, couldn't run my fireplace with pneumonia. It was a fucked up winter. Let me tell you, I was not freaking happy. Sweet Polly purebred. Oh, pure blood. Sorry. Dave is setting you up to sue you. He said, thanks, Dr. Rick. Now he's going to sue me. He gives me $19.99 for doctor advice. Then he's going to sue me for bad doctor advice for $100,000. I think he means virus don't exist. Maybe that's what he's talking about. Rick the Dr. Gore. No, don't quit calling me a doctor. You're going to get me sued. My son was paving at a Foster Farms chicken factory today. He said he's seen where the chickens were so fat that their legs were broken and they couldn't stand on them. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I could go around those chicken factories. All right, last chance to get any topics in. Rick, any retaliation to Bob Gore or relation? No. He's a great Bible teacher. No, I don't know Bob Gore, and I'm no relation to Al Gore. Gigi, is that Gutter Girl? Where's that guy that was Gigi that was here? I think I arrested him, and he came to one of my lives, and he was making these sub comments about me hiding drugs, and I actually did that once on one guy, and I wonder if it's that guy. I wish he would come back because I want to talk to him about the incident and let him tell you whether, I mean, it was a long time ago, but I'd like to ask him, was I dick? Was I fair? I don't give a shit. I mean, I thought I was pretty fair to him. He was running on a bike. I lit him up, lights the siren, and he took off. And as he running, I saw him toss something. So I was like, okay, that was either a gun or dope. And then he stopped after he tossed it. And so I cuffed him up, sat him on the curb. I think he was on probation. I can't remember. I said, sit here. I went back and searched where I saw him toss, and I couldn't find what he tossed. So I grabbed a plastic bag that I found, and I bungled it up because I figured he tossed dope. And so I went back to him. I go, dude, I found what you tossed. And I showed him this. And I said, but I don't know if that's the only thing you tossed, and I don't want some kid to find it. So why don't you show me where you tossed it to make sure I found it? Then I'll tell you where I found it. He goes, okay. So he went over and he pointed at the bottom of a tree where he tossed it because he knew it was his shit. And so I dug through where he freaking pointed, and I found his real dope. And I can't remember. I think it was meth. It could have been coke, but I think it was crank. But I think he said it was marijuana when he made a comment. I was like, I don't think I'd have done that shit with marijuana. I'd have just tossed it. So anyway, he was talking about it. And he said, tell him about how you tricked me and you told me you found it and you didn't or whatever. So I think that was the guy. So if y'all ever see a guy named Gigi talking, hit him up in the comments. Tell him I want to talk to him. I want him to come on. I'll put him on live. He doesn't have to have video. But I want to talk to him about the incident because I tell that story, my crazy cop stories, and I think he found my channel and he remembered me. Rick's opinion on HBO, The Perfect Watch, the last time I mentioned it. I said I didn't see it. I said I don't have HBO. Okay? Lisa, I'm sorry if you didn't hear me, but I did say that. I addressed this. Rick, why are you being mean to Lisa? I just answered your question. My wife had C19 twice. I took care of her. I never got sick, so fuck the shot. I know a lot of people that did that. You're right. Rick would be the get off my lawn guy. Yeah, I don't want motherfuckers on my lawn. If somebody was on my pasture, I'd say, get the fuck out of my pasture. You damn right I am. It's my motherfucking property. I pay the fucking property taxes. Stay the fuck off it. Okay? If I want you on it, I'll invite you on it. I ain't paying the fucking government and my taxes and my mortgage so your ass can come fuck around on my lawn or my pasture. You damn right I'd be that guy. Guess we cleared that shit up. Let's see. No county has to invade us. We're destroying ourselves. Oh, I know. You're right. 2 more hours, Rick. No, I'm done. I got to get the hell out of here. My drink's empty. It's dead empty. I could go make one more. Okay, let's see. I got 565 people here. Who wants me to go get another drink and stay for another half hour? Or do you want to just end it? So either put stay or end it. And if I get enough stays, I'll go get another drink and we'll stay for another hour. R2 with Russia. Nope, gotta stay. Gotta stay. Gotta stay. Unless you're a hot naked chick at the end of the, well, that's true, Gutter. If she was a hot naked chick at the end of the driveway, I don't mind paying property taxes and letting her hang out. I mean, I'm just trying to be a nice guy. I would be concerned that somebody stole her clothes. A fucking liberal took her freaking clothes, so I'd want to help her. I'd want to bring her inside for shelter and help her. Why you got to make it a bad thing? Because I want to help somebody, Gutter. Stay. Go make another one. Okay. Oh, shit. Rick, what's your opinion on Ukraine versus Russia? Should we support? Fuck no, we shouldn't support Ukraine. We shouldn't support them in the first fucking place. Now you got me pissed off. I got to go make another drink. I'll be back. I'll be back. Hang on. I'm going to ride my horse out of here because it'll be quicker. Easy, buddy. Easy. Poor little buddy. He wanted to relax. I made him drag my fat ass down the stairs. All right. Man, I had to add some more Coke. I made it a little strong. Woo. All right. So I got a lot of stays. We'll stay. Alexa, set timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes, starting now.
All righty. I got plenty of stays. Wow, all you people going to hang around. We've been here for 2 hours and 33 minutes of me yapping. I hope you guys are drinking too. Shit, look at all these damn stays. Rick has his steed. I love a good trusty steed. See, I have my 1 horsepower horse, and then when I have my Harley, I had my metal horse because I love riding my metal horse as much as my 1 horsepower horsey. We need to help Rick channel get. I know. I wish I could get 1 million subs. I don't know how to. You guys got to share me on something, man. My viewers got to freaking hook me up or something. I mean, I don't know how these guys get all these freaking views. That freaking ass idiot has freaking 1 million or 2 million views, and he's a freaking dumbass. And he gives out bad information. He just runs around and finds good stabbing or bloody videos. They don't block him. I mean, I'll do a video on one of his videos, and they'll go against YouTube standards and remove the shit, and yet it's still on his channel. He's got to be sucking some serious freaking penis to get his shit. Because they don't mess with him. I guess when you get over 1 million subs, they don't mess with you. I don't know. All right. I don't believe we ought to be in Ukraine. Is fans only porn? Or I don't know what the hell that means. Is fans. They use bots. They suppress the shit. I get so many people complaining they remove my like. I get so many people freaking putting on there. Rick, you have 400 or 47 likes and only 2 views. How do you get 47 likes and only 2 views? I get that comment all the time. They fuck me. I hate motherfucking YouTube. Thanks, Threeper. I kind of like hanging out with my gun people because I don't have to worry about having somebody cry and being offended and you used a bad word and you didn't use the pronoun and my feelings. Shut up, freaking crybabies. Yeah, you gotta get. Nick needs to freaking get my ass on there. People have told me that he's talked about me and he wants to get me on there. I've called his freaking cell phone number. I've left my number. I left my message. Nick needs to get off his ass and get me on his freaking channel. Freaking little. His wife's kind of cute. They were out drinking. I saw somebody sent me a video of him and his wife partying. I'll freaking go take his wife and shit. We go out drinking. I'll just take his damn wife. That'll teach his ass. All right. I'm on Tylenol PM, 4 shots in 2 days. I felt 4 shots of what? What did you get 4 shots in 2 days? Some guy I'm playing racquetball with said he just got a second, what's that shit, shingle shot. And he said his arm feels like it's about to fall off. He goes, this hurts worse than the first shot. I've never gotten, supposedly you need to get the single shot when you're like over 65 or something. I don't know. I've never gotten one. I had shingles. I had the smallpox vaccination, so I already have smallpox in me, and the shingles is part of small shot. And like, hell, 10, 15 years ago, I had shingles, and all I got is a rash that kind of burnt on the back of my shoulder. And I was like, what the hell's wrong with my shoulder? And it itched, and I had a rash. I went to the doctor, and the doctor goes, you got shingles. I go, really? He goes, yeah, it doesn't hurt. I says, it's kind of a pain, but I said, it doesn't really hurt. And he's like, man, usually it's painful. Hey, who just texted me? Hey, Rick, I have a connection with Rick. I'm sending him your number. Hey, cool. This guy's in my phone book, Sam, but I don't know who it is. Oh, that's the guy that I sold my SIG to. Remember when I sold my SIG? My great 220 SIG that I didn't want to get rid of. And I'm selling to him he's an FFL. Evidently, he knows Nick. He just sent me a text saying he's going to hook me up. Thanks, bud. This fucking live shit's great. I love this shit. The internet's great. All right. Where the hell were you at? What was I bitching about? Oh, 4 shots in 2 days. And the shingle shot. Most people don't like the truth. Yeah, comforting lies. I would much rather hard truth than comforting lies. I'm always a hard truth guy. Give it to me. I'd rather take it than your lies, your deceit, your freaking bullshit. You know, I just hate being bullshitted. That's why I like Trump. I don't think he's much of a bullshitter. He calls it like it is. He hurts people's feelings. He says it. You may not like what he says, but you know where you stand with him. You don't have to guess. Gee, I wonder if Trump likes me. You'll freaking know. Gordon Ramsay, same way. I wonder if Gordon likes me. You'll know. He'll let you know. You don't have to guess. How much horsepower and torque does one horse have? Funny you should ask that. I've been doing research for probably 6 months now on that. It's a very, very complex calculation. Where's my little, let's see if I have that little, hang on a sec. Open with photos. All right. Hopefully I won't get in trouble here, because sometimes I have photos that I really don't want on. So let me share this. Oh, wrong one. There we go. So I use this slide when I'm talking about horses and long shank bicks. When you see a horse with a bit in his mouth and you talk about leverage, the longer the shank, the more leverage the rider gets. Sometimes it's called 2 for 1. You get 2 pounds. For every 2 pounds of pressure or 1 pound of pull, you get 2. If it's 5 to 1, for every 1 pound of pressure, you get 5 pounds of torque. And they've got bits that are like 20 to 1. So when I pull with 1 pound of pressure, I give 20 pounds of torque on a horse's mouth and jaw on a chain. So that was one thing. Let me go. Where's my other? There's a burglar house. Okay, that's not. I thought this was a great painting. I wanted to put this on my horsey channel. Somebody painted this on a building. I thought it was pretty creative. That's me on my horsey. That's something. This is a horse that got dragged by a freaking trailer. I need to put that somewhere. That's a lady that got kicked in the head. Oh, here it is. Here's the one I wanted. Damn, it didn't come out very well. The one picture I want to use. So 1 horsepower equals 745.7 watts. And what it is you take a 550-pound weight and move it 1 foot equals 1 horsepower. That's one way to measure torque. But there's a lot of other factors. I had some other slides in here, and I've got that's Buddy rolling in the dirt. This slide, I don't understand this. I got any red truck people here? I was behind this truck in Denton, and it's like, keep back 343 feet. And I'm like, why couldn't I just keep back 300 feet? Or why couldn't I keep back 350? Who's the freaking idiot that I have to measure 343 feet? What are you going to say? Dude, you're only 344 feet away. You got to keep 340. What kind of idiot come up with 343? Is there some big red truck person out there that can explain why a freaking government fire truck decided to keep back 343 feet? I don't get it, but I took a picture of it. This is a dude that got cut. This is something else. This is Smokey and a rabbit playing around. That's Muddy Buddy out there sweating and being muddier after rain. I must have been cleaning the AR. I thought I had more. That's my gun in my car. That's the slide. That was a pretty cool treehouse, I thought. When you take treehouse to a different level, I was like, damn, that's a badass treehouse. But I digress. These are just different things that I end up freaking. That's where Buddy knocks over my damn saddle. So these are where I make my slides for, well, shit, I guess I don't have any more. Let me get back to the 1 horsepower. Hang on. Okay, so there's, oh, maybe that was it. 700 pounds, weight carrying 150, weight limits to ride. Oh, no, that was a different slide. I got to put on my horsey channel. Hang on. The Ford 4-cylinder, 20 horsepower, 5-passenger touring car was $850 in Detroit. I thought that was a pretty cool little advertisement on how cars have changed. $850 for a 4-cylinder, 20 horsepower car. That must be cleaning my fireplace. Oh, this is the dude that cracks on women. He's pretty good. He's the one that says men kill people, women kill societies. He was pretty good. I was going to put him in on one of my things. This is a picture of an electric car charging station popping up. Here's an interesting fact. 350 kilowatt generator uses 12 gallons of diesel fuel per hour. And it takes 3 hours to fully charge a car to get 200 miles. That's 36 gallons for 200 miles. Equals a 5.6 miles per gallon. This is the electric cars that we want everybody to have. This is the ignorance of the left in a freaking picture. That's Stewie. Mom, what's the conspiracy? Somebody that figures out the truth before most people do. I love that. This is a slide I made on the women feeding different babies. Oh, that was in the sun. Potential long-range cartridge. I was going to do some long-range footage. This really shows the difference between different. Let me see if I can blow this up so you guys can see it. So if you're shooting a 5.56, that's a 223, that's a regular AR. It goes 500 meter, 1,000 meter, 1,500 meter. It tells the bullet drop rate on how much it's going to drop. And then with a 10-mile-an-hour wind, then the energy it produces, then the max range, and then the ammo availability, ABC, etc. And it goes through all the different rounds, 223, 243, 7mm, 308, 30-06. I was going to put these on my website, and I haven't had a chance to update it yet. But I thought it was a good slide of some different bullet ballistics with weight and etc. So I'll try to get that posted someday. Bullets follow the path, 2.6. All that. I made this slide when I was ricocheting, talking about how you can ricochet a bullet when a guy's hiding underneath the car or something. You shoot the ground in front of the car and you'll still hit him. I don't know if you remember that video. This is another long-range cartridge comparison. It gives the bullet type, bullet coefficient, feet per second, and then foot-pounds when it hits. So where was the 50 caliber? Look at a fucking 50 caliber. I mean, it's just crazy. It hits with 12,775 foot-pounds. A 50 caliber is just a badass bullet. You do not want to get hit with a 50 caliber. Here's some more bullet drop rates. This is Buddy. Me fixing a tractor. Buddy. This is a fight at school where a dude pulled a gun. If you remember that. This is something. I tried to like the video 27 personally. Scott Adams so much. I wish everybody would not have died of painful. I forgot why I saved this. I wonder why I saved this. Pillow merch. I tried to like the video for 20 seconds. You're impersonating Scott Adams so much. I just wish everybody you ever met died of very painful cancer. This is some dude hating on me. And I was just like, people, I always tell people wish you have cancer. I said, man, I get some crazy. They go, that's bullshit. Nobody's ever wished you would get cancer. I wish everyone you ever met died of very painful cancer. This is how much Pillow Merchant hated me. This even normal Beaner guy took like 20 videos to get used to him. Greasy computer screen. Put soap on your face, wet. I was just like, are you serious, dude? You wish everybody I ever met died of cancer? So I saved that video because people always tell me I make shit up. This is Biden being lost. And it's played. This is a great video. I should like turn this up and play this. played this on one of my other lives, and it just cracks me up every time I see it. Anyway, I digress. What's this picture? I need to put this on here. Something about, I don't know why I've saved this picture. It must have explained. Oh shit, I took it off. Sorry. This is the bolt carrier group, PCG, BCG, your bolt face extractor, gas rings. I think it just labeled all the things pretty good detailed. So I think I saved it for some reason.
All right, I got your apples. Okay, so
oh, this is a great video to where I Amazon put some package in my freaking box, in my little box at my gate, and it was empty. And I was like, oh, hell no. So I hid behind this tree. This tree ain't that big. I'm actually videotaping this woman come in here, and she doesn't see me. And you can tell her expression on her face when she sees me. Watch this. So here she is pulling up. She doesn't see me behind a tree videotaping. The tree ain't that big. I'm standing behind it. She pulls in the. This is the cluelessness of people driving around. Remember I say be nice to everybody, have a plan to kill them? This woman has no freaking clue. This tree, I'm videotaping her. My camera's sticking out. She has no clue. Never sees me. Gets out of the car because I'm thinking she's going to put an empty package like she did the day before, and I'm going to catch her ass. She's actually delivering the right way. So I'm watching her, and I'm like, let's see if she puts an empty package in there. She has no idea I'm there. I am freaking out in the wide open. This is how clueless people are driving around out there. And I tell people, no. I think I walk out from behind a tree, and she sees me before she leaves. She takes a picture. Still doesn't see me, and walks back to her car. And I was just like, you got to be kidding me. This lady's crazy. But I digress. Oh, that's where I did the, I put the little things on my, I wish I could kind of delete these. Oh, this must be the last video. How do I delete this? Is there, oh, there's a delete. Yeah, I'll get rid of that one.
okay, so I think here comes a, okay, so Amazon's like one stop away according to the track.
Oh, that's why I was out there. So when you go to Amazon, you can check, and it'll tell you how many stops away they are from you. And I would look and she was one stop away, and that's when I hid behind the tree. But anyway, I digress. I was looking for horsepower, and I got distracted. Sorry about that. I've deleted my comments. Oh, I'm getting booed? What's going on? Have you fixed your flagpole? I have not, and I need to do that. It's on my list. Today I had my carburetor part. What else was I fixing? I was fixing something else today. I learned from you to be aware. Good. I'm glad. Should always be aware. Lock your damn cars in your car. I can't believe the amount of people that drive around when their doors aren't locked. It just drives me crazy. Would have been hilarious if it was true, if it wasn't true. Yeah, it is true. Unfortunately, that's the problem. We have a fucking idiot running this country. Wow, the comments are like flying. I can't keep up with them. Bigger people are harder to kidnap. Yeah, that is true. You need Mullen for lung issues. It's a plant. Works for COVID-19. Oh, no shit. I don't know what Mullen is. The glycosamine that I ordered has turmeric or turmeric, whatever they pronounce it, in it. Rick, at least you didn't steal your package. I know, I would have had her on camera. But the day before the asshole put it in there, it was an empty bag. He stole the shit, and then he put the empty bag in there and then took a picture. So when I called him, they said, we have a picture that was delivered. I said, he delivered an empty fucking bag. He stole the shit out of the bag. Oh, well, you know, sorry. We've got a picture that says it was delivered. You got a picture of an empty bag at my porch. Well, you can't prove that it's empty, so it looks like it was delivered. I was like, you mother. All right. I got 2 packages from UPS, FedEx, UPS guy. Set it down carefully. FedEx. I know FedEx does suck. Don't get me started on FedEx. Buddy and Ramson said enough with the yellow pool noodle. Wasp can Secret Service be close to like help him. I want to see him bounce his head. They're running around trying to follow his ass. I'm outside the gun range. We can shoot their 50 cal into a washer and dryer old car. It puts potatoes. A 50 caliber is a badass gun. And a lot of states have outlawed. California, a lot of your liberal states, you can't own a 50 caliber. You still can in Texas, and I want to get one, but they're like freaking, to get a semi-automatic, which is what I want, they're like 20 grand. And I just can't justify buying one for 20 grand. I got 50 caliber ammo. I bought it at an auction because I always plan on getting a 50 caliber, but I just can't do it. I just can't justify it. I would love to have one, but I can't get enough of Rick. So awesome. Thanks, Mrs. Tree. That video ruined my buzz. It did. I thought it was kind of funny. He was an idiot. They were trying to chase his ass down. His wife must hate him. I don't know if she hates him. She might feel sorry for him. They've been together for a while. There absolutely no way Joe Biden won that. It's just crazy that people believe that shit. Calls gas gas. I call gas gas. Okay, whatever. Now I say gas too. We are a fucking joke to other countries. Yeah. How does any country respect us? You know why they respect us? Because we pay the money. Show me the money. I try not to watch a whole lot of Biden. You think he's faking it? Well, no way is he faking it. You can't fake that stupid. That stupid is righteous stupid. Biden tripped my gag reflex. When I think of gag reflex, I'm kind of thinking of something else, but whatever. Belongs in a nursing home, not the White House. I bought pizza for anyone who wants a slice. You gonna tease me with pizza? I don't need no pizza. I ate like shit today. I feel like I just feel nasty because I ate a bunch of shit. Alex forgot 30-minute timer. Is he drunk? Alexa, how much time on my timer?
You have 6 minutes and 20 seconds left.
She didn't forget. She never forgets. I got 6 minutes. Don't be picking on my woman. She's probably the most reliable woman I've ever been with. Falling out of pants as he walks around. Turds falling out his pants. 81 million votes. Yeah, sure he did. Let's go, Brandon. Some dude read my little sign back here, and his comment was funny. He watched my video. He goes, this is my first bit I watched, but he goes, I subbed and liked because I saw your Let's Go, Brandon sticker. I was like, oh, shit. Just a guess. The big back out turnaround. Tell Alexa to what? That girl will do anything I tell her to do, except she won't show me her hooters. Alexa, show me your titties. Usually she says, I don't do that or something. Alexa, show me your titties. Oh, they must have changed it. Now she doesn't have. Alexa, will you marry me?
That's nice, but I really like our relationship the way it is.
See? Whatever. Freaking little tramp. Rick, I'm going to puke. Nikki Chick's going to puke? That should be good. Videotape it. I'll put it on the next live. Send me a picture of you puking. I'll have a complete puking episode of everybody that puked on my live. How about that? I miss Rick making freak out vids of people comments. My comments have been pretty mellow lately. I haven't had too many. Rick, that's so horrible. That dude sounds mentally ill. Oh, this must be on the guy that was freaking wanting everybody I know to get cancer. I mean, there's the people that hate me. I mean, it's just, I mean, look, I get it. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I get it. I can be a dick. I can kind of be an asshole. I can tell you, shut the fuck up. You're a dumbass. I get it. But I mean, just to get that attached and that emotionally involved that you want me to die or me to get cancer or you hope the feds raid me and put me in prison. I mean, just hateful shit. I'm just like, really? Maybe you're the one with issues if you got that much hate to give to me. I don't want your hate, but whatever. Keeps me warm at night. Freaking little crybabies. Did anyone see Shepard make 4.51? I didn't see that. Triberosis Rex? Tiberosis? Tiberosis. I don't know what the hell that means. What's the difference between Fitzer and Rittenhouse? Rittenhouse, 3 shots worked. Nice. YouTube's going to hate that comment. That shit'll disappear. Having a tough time with my 30-year-old parrot is her way out. What? I may be drunk, no pain, feel good. Pot is better, but illegal here? Man, you shouldn't say that. Somebody's going to track your ass down. I wouldn't. I need to find out the drop ballistics on my 338 Winchester. Wasn't that on there? I thought that was one of the rounds. 338. Oh, shit. It wasn't on there. 308. Sorry. I thought it was on there. Where we at here? Conservative women. I cannot go out with a liberal. I don't care how good looking or how gorgeous she is. If she starts spewing that freaking I am woman, freaking I know what bathroom, and you're a racist, and you conservative, and I hate you. As soon as they start out with that vitriol bullshit, it's just like, I wouldn't go out. I don't give a shit. You couldn't give me a reason to go out with you. Just get away from me. Your stupid just drains any freaking good energy I have out of me. I cannot stand liberal women. I say that, I'll probably end up hooking up with some damn liberal. Like the God in the Bible loves everyone so much that how many are going to burn in Furry Lake? I don't know. Rittenhouse is starting a YouTube channel. Somebody sent me a message saying Rittenhouse needs your help. He's getting attacked again. I'm like, what? You know, I invited him on live and I tried to track him down and I wanted to have a conversation with him about his testimony, about the trial. I really wanted to talk to the kid about some of the things he was doing that I didn't agree. He never came on. Nobody ever reached out. I tried. So, I mean, if he's getting attacked again, I'm kind of like, he made his own bed. He picked the people that he surrounded himself with. He's a grown man. He can do what the hell he wants. I'm not mad at him for not coming on and not talking to me, but I think he needed somebody that was a little bit more reasonable giving him advice instead of the people he's taking advice, because he seems a little reckless. He went on a lot of channels of making some really kind of stupid comments, and I was like, dude, you don't want to do that. But whatever, to each his own. I dated a little girl. She did shave her legs and her underarms. She did or not? I think most girls shave their legs and underarms. I'm not sure I've ever dated a girl that didn't shave their legs and underarm. I have to think, but I don't think I have. Rick, you should be a history teacher. Be beating someone's ass. They start questioning our founders. I can't be a history teacher. UPS has already lost my business, choosing to wipe their ass. You know, Nick made $700 in a year just streaming. You know, Nick made. I don't know he made that. I don't know why. What's the point? I don't know that. Fuck that person that wants you to have cancer. Oh, I have lung cancer. Oh, I'm a lung cancer survivor. Alexa, add 5 minutes.
5 minutes added.
Wasp, my brother's parent is very stoned. Don't be getting your parrot stoned. That bird doesn't have a choice. Baby, 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 I'm on fire. That's what Richard Pryor said when he was doing, or no, Michael Jackson said he was doing it. I heard a good stat on Michael Jackson. Do you remember when Michael Jackson did the Pepsi commercial and his hair caught on fire and there was a big scandal? Do you know that Michael Jackson did not drink Pepsi? And he got paid a royalty every time he picked up a Pepsi can. But nowhere and anywhere, any video or any documentation did he ever take a drink. All he had to do to get paid a royalty was to pick up a Pepsi can, and it was in his contract. He got paid. I think they paid him $5 million, and then after his hair caught on fire and he was picking up the can, the ads went down. Then they paid, I think, Kelly Clarkson $5 million, and something happened to her. They paid, I think, Madonna $5 million. She used the Pepsi commercial in her Like a Virgin or Like a Prayer album, and the sales dropped, and they dropped her and paid her $5 million. And they invested like $25 million in these actors that they never got their money back. Pepsi must have a lot of advertising money because they keep paying these idiots to advertise for them, and none of them like their product. And Pepsi people are hardcore, and Coke people are hardcore. You got to be very careful. You can't question that. I saw your M1 Grand cleaning video. I bought one, the APM. Yeah, I love that M1 Grand. That's a nice gun. I mean, I've got it. That's my biggest caliber gun that I own. I used to have a 300 Win Mag, and it hurt my shoulder so much I got rid of it. But that M1 Garand fires 30-06. If you just bought one, is yours 30-06 or 308? Because I thought they changed them to 308. But a 30-06 will knock your pee-pee in the dirt. No ifs, ands, buts, or coconuts. If I hit you with that, you're going down. It ain't no 4.9 mil hits and a couple 38 hits. That 30-06 will put a hurting on your ass. One shot. You can take that shit to the bank. Tell Alexa to talk nasty. Alexa, talk nasty to me.
What did the gamer say to her sweetheart? You had me at Halo.
What the hell was that? What? RC Cola, man. Do they still make that? I haven't heard that term in a long time. RC used to be the shit. 30-06 stays under my futon. Is that what a futon? I don't know what that No to Coke soda. They went woke. They did. Coke is kind of woke, but that's twice you called me sir. One more time, you're the head woman in my harem. Ooh. Yankees collecting a harem on the channel. I fucking hate Pepsi / Coke. Damn. They both set their hair on fire. Oh, did they? Rick pulled up a recent picture of Madonna. She looks like a fucking demon. She's in the news for something. I used to kind of thought I saw her in concert probably 3 or 4 times, and she puts on a hell of a concert. I always thought she was a dyke, but she surrounds herself with a bunch of gay. All her dancers are all gay. And then I saw that little private expose she did on Netflix about her concerts, where she showed her tits, and she's got nice tits. I'll give her that. I mean, she's got nice tits. They're not that huge. They're not that small, but they're nice. And she showed them, and I was like, damn, those are pretty nice tits. But anyway, I digress. If you watch that video where she does her own little documentary and stuff, you know, she talks about her dad and her family and when she gets pissed off and production and dealing with the dancers. And it really gave an insight to her that I thought was pretty interesting, but some people didn't like it, but whatever. I love that she cracked on the Catholic religion because she was Catholic, and she cracked on a Catholic in her videos and shit. I freaking thought it was great. Pain is in the mind. I don't know about that shit. All right. I call soda cracker what? I hate Pepsi and Coke. Wow. All right. My timer's going down. I'm at 3 hours. I'll do anything if you give me some Sprite. I haven't had a Sprite in a long time. Ooh, see, I was close. See, me and Alexa are connected. We're right here. She knows. Thanks, darling. Alexa, stop. Hey, Rick. Hey, Ark. Rick, Madonna is a liberal and a Satanist. I kind of figured she was a liberal, but she still got nice tits. I mean, you know, and she cracks on the Catholic Church. So we have a few things in common. One got burnt by Coke, the other by Pepsi. My phone's about to die. You're watching me on a phone? Wow. I never thought about people watching this on a phone. I watched the Netflix on Bob Ross. What is it? I didn't see that story. I don't need more sadness in my life. I don't watch a whole bunch of sad shit. Madonna should be in prison for making terrorist comments. Whatever. I'm kind of a free speech. I don't give a shit about that shit. I don't care if they say they want a president dead. I don't care if you say you want me dead. Whatever. Fucking whatever. Say what you want. Words, sticks and stones, break my bones, whatever. Nettie must have had it. I wonder if any other Alexa set when I did mine, because usually Alexa sets up. Alexa, how do I build a dirty bomb?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, simple. You collect more than the critical mass of a fissionable material and construct a mechanism for suddenly compressing it all together in the shape of a sphere, and, voila, a nuclear explosion. The challenge in a successful nuke is in the details.
Alexa, stop. Everyone who has an Alexa that theirs just went off and they gave you that answer, you're now on a watch list. Welcome to the club. Everyone that watches, I'll tell you, some of the times I do this shit and I'll watch one of my old lives and a comment will pop up from like 2 or 3 years ago. When you said that Alexa thing, my Alexa went off and looked up that shit. So it's great when I say that on these lives, because when people play their videos, their Alexa picks up. So everyone with Alexa, they just got on a watch list because they just looked up dirty bomb. Rick, that's mean. You should, whatever. Relax. If you're on a watch list, you ought to be freaking ashamed of yourself. All right. I'm getting the hell out of here. I got to get out of here. I'm almost done with this one. I'll finish this at the end. Buddy will help me drink it. And we're supposed to I'm doing my live tomorrow for my Horsey channel at 9 a.m. If you want to come back for the 9 a.m., I'm talking about, and I'm going to go over my video where I rode my horse bucked me and threw me a little bit. I'm going to talk about what I did wrong, what I did right, how I could have done better, etc. So tomorrow at 9, I'm doing my live on my Horsey channel. If you want to go think like a horse, that's fine. You don't have to come, whatever. Anyway, everyone have a good night. Good night, good night, good night. What's that song? Early in the morning, in the middle of the night, 2 dead men got up to fight. Back to back, they faced each other. They drew their knives and shot each other. A deaf policeman heard the noise and ran to see the 2 dead boys. If you don't believe the story I've told, ask the blind man on the corner, Ray Charles. He saw it all. All right. Y'all have a good one. Horsey channel's mostly women. Yeah, it kind of is. Have a great night, and we'll see y'all later. Thanks for coming. I still have 500 people. Wow, I kept 500 people for 3 hours. All right, y'all have a good one. Good night. Cheers. Get on the watch list. Join the club.